What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Black Bear Podcast. This is our inaugural weekday show. Just to keep it short and simple, we're gonna talk about Ryan Poe's extension. We haven't been able to give our opinions on that. We're gonna start the show off with Ryan Poe's extension and then talk about some of these new guys on the team and some old guys and give our expectations for them for this upcoming season. All that and a lot more right after this. That's why I'm getting the clicking. I was about to ask y'all hear it click?
I didn't hear it.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's a little better.
That should be better. I had my AirPods hooked up, but fellas, it's late in the Midwest right now. Well, definitely late on the East Coast, but y'all got the luxury of being on the West Coast. We're still kind of early for y'all.
Little early, but
A little bit.
still late.
Still yawning.
Say still late.
It's dark everywhere now.
My guy, Aboriginal Sports Network, what's happening? Appreciate
What's
you in the chat. We about to talk about this GM extension that just came across our feed this past weekend, or was it Friday last week? Something like
Friday
that. This past
last
weekend,
week.
Yeah.
Friday.
Friday.
Look, it was quiet for a little bit. We actually talked about this extension. I don't think it was quite the off season yet, but we were talking about if he we didn't know he had 2 years left on his deal. It turns out he had 2 years left on his deal. They locked him up through 2029. Him and Ben Johnson, Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson are in lockstep. Contracts will be up the same exact time. Yeah, Pat, we got you. Pat. 2029. I'm gonna let you start this one off, Wes. What are your thoughts on Ryan Poles getting this extension? Essentially, what is it? There was 2 years left, so it's about like a 2-year, 3-year extension, locking him up with Ben Johnson through 2029.
I think obviously there was the point, right? It's the point. This is what he came up with. This is what he put together from Ben Johnson on down. That's what Kevin Warren them put him on. This is the trajectory that they put him on. This is that a lot of people question because we the Bears. They always got questions. What if Ben Johnson don't work? What if Caleb ain't what we think he is? All the pessimistic what ifs and all this kind of stuff. Well, the Bears administrative staff said, all right, cool, we're going to put it on there because thinking all the way to 2029, that's right around as that through Caleb's rookie year as well.
It is.
It is. It all lines up. So it's like really what Kevin Warren them and George is saying is if it don't work, ain't none of y'all going to be working. That's how I see it.
So you agree with it? You liked it? You thought it was the right move?
Yeah,
It was.
It's the right move because it's just like for me, given the GMs we had before and a lot of the moves that we've made and all that kind of stuff. I mean, like I said, quit acting like Bears fans. Quit acting like we won 7 Super Bowls in 20 years. So, quit acting like we, like we owed something to do something. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like at this point, on top of that, Poles did a lot of the hard stuff and made a lot of bad choices and some good choices on top of that to get this team in position to. It reminds me of Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's like Mark Jackson did all of that to get the Warriors ready, primed to win, and Steve Kerr came in, and now he goes to the Hall of Fame. You can't even question it.
Essentially,
so why bring somebody else in and give them what Poles has gotten us to be right now, and which for me, looking at for what his job is from 3 years ago, in a pretty good position to where like we can continue to trend up. You know, it is not like, oh man, I think I'm gonna lose my job. Let me go spend, half our salary on 2 players, on the defense, some older players on
Ryan
some,
Pace.
you know what I mean? On some, I wasn't gonna bring him up again, but yeah, on some, just to sell some jerseys, just to make fans feel good, just to, oh man, you know what? Let's go get Von Miller and Khalil Mack and such and such. And these guys and that guy was like, okay, that's good for, as they say, that's good for a season, But being a GM and a head coach of a team, you could do this for a lot. This could be the next 15 years that they're running this. So multiple quarterbacks. I mean, even past that, I mean, they could do this into their 60s and 70s if they want to. They just the GM and head coach, they like they got to run around with pads on. Ain't like they're gonna go
right.
get their Achilles or ACL or nothing. They could do this until they don't breathe no more. So for them to have that lockstep and be with each other for that long time, and hopefully they don't end up like on some Belichick and Kraft kind of relationship thing. But hopefully they like each other. They keep everything tight. And I know a lot of people talk about Ron Poe's scouting abilities and all that. But maybe that's something that Ben Johnson can help him out with. Maybe he needs somebody else to, just like he said last year when we were talking about Eberflus. I saw some things and I should have said some things. Maybe Ben Johnson will see some things and say some things too. And they can work with each other and, they can teach each other. They can riff off each other. And this will be a great thing, for until 2029 at least.
I'm right there with you. Not all the way, but I'm there with you when you're talking about alignment and getting them on the same track and on the same page. And this is basically what Ben Johnson is. This Ben Johnson wanted this. He didn't want a lame duck GM working with him or being on his side. On the other hand, he had 2 years left. That's my issue with this. Because if I ask y'all this question, it was the right. If you think it's the right move, do you think Ryan Poles deserved it? Did he deserve the extension? Did he earn that extension? I don't know. I mean, I don't know how y'all would answer that question. I would say no, because just look at his track record. I don't think. I mean, we talked about it on a previous episode. While all the top 10 things we liked that he did, and the top 10 things that we didn't like that he did. And I think the list can go even longer when you talk about what we don't like or his misses that he's had. But for me, really, it comes down to talent evaluation, which you just mentioned. That's big for me. I think I look back at the 2005, 2006 Super Bowl team, or was it 06, 07? One of the,
Yeah.
I look back at that team. You go down that roster, right? A lot of those guys were homegrown drafted talent. You go through this roster, it's a lot of free agents that's starting for us in pivotal places. Now, if you got an eye for talent in the free agency, that's good, because a lot of people miss and whiff. A lot of GMs whiff in free agency. But at some point, you're going to have to be able to eye talent and get good players on cheap deals, because you can't just keep wheeling and dealing. I look at the 2 middle linebackers that we have. Both of them are free agent signings. You look at that 06 team, both of them were drafted here. You look at the O-line. Now, right now, 3 out of the when the season starts, 3 out of the 5 will be free agent signings. You know what I mean? You can look at the cornerback rooms as well. I mean, the cornerback rooms we drafted. He didn't draft Jalen Johnson, but you get what I'm saying. Offensive side of the ball. the toys, Roma Dunze, now Luther Burden, and what's his name? What is the tight end? There you go. And Loveland. I'm not gonna add Cole Kmet there because he didn't draft him. He is a homegrown guy, but he didn't draft him. I want to see these. I want to see him draft these dudes and put them out there and make them blue chip players. You look at that D line. All of our the whole entire D line. All of the starters are free agent signings. Dio, Montez. Well, Montez wasn't a free agent. He was traded for. But you get what I'm saying. Grady Jarrett, Andrew Billings. You got Javon Dexter, but I mean, is he gonna start for us? Zach Pickens. We haven't heard Zach. We ain't heard Zach Pickens' name in 15 years. I don't know what happened to that kid. He was a 3rd round pick. My point is, I want him to hit on these picks. I don't think he's hit on many. We actually went through it before, Wes.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go back to that question I asked, did he deserve it? I'm gonna say no. Now, a lot of people point to the Joe Thuney signing. You know what I mean? Drew Dahlman, Jonah Jackson, and then you talk about Ben Johnson signing. Most of the things I've heard that like what people are hanging their hats on with Ryan Poles is to be seen, remains to be seen. Now, I love the Ben Johnson, obviously. Love the Joe Thuney. I'm not saying they're bad. But if most of the good things he's done, in my opinion, now y'all might have a different opinion on the good things that he's done. If most of the good things that he's done, the hits he's had, remain to be seen, so why didn't we wait for it to be seen? Because he had 2 years left. Let's see what happens in year 1 of Ben Johnson. Let's see what Joe Thuney looks like in his first, Drew Dahlman, and all of these acquisitions. Because he hit, I think they did their damn thing this offseason in free agency. But let's see. It's not like this upcoming season was his last year. He still had another year after this upcoming season. That's my only issue. The best things of Ryan Poles remain to be seen. So let's wait to see it. That's all I'm saying. I do like that they finally get him in lockstep. No, I don't think he deserved it. If you banking on Ben Johnson, Drew Dahlman, Joe Thuney, that offensive line clicking, let's see it then. Because the fire wasn't under him. He still had 2 years. I think it was a little premature. And that's really my only issue with it, is it was premature. Because y'all know how this go. If they fuck up in the next 2 years, they ain't going to see 2029. No. Y'all know that. They're both going to be gone.
They got about really 2 years, like you said.
Exactly. So that was a little long-winded way of saying I don't agree with it. I would have waited, especially after how last year looked. 10-game losing streak. You had a 10-game losing streak 2 years ago. I don't. Let me see your best offseason. Let me see if it's actually good. Ronnie B, thoughts on Ryan Poles extension?
The thoughts on Ryan Poles extension. When we first got Ryan Poles, I know he made a move right away that pissed me off as a Bears fan because as soon as you trade Khalil Mack, it's an automatic rebuild. You don't trade him without knowing that. So when they came in and he did that, when he started making moves, it made me a little mad. I didn't understand it because, as a fan, you want Khalil Mack on your team. Why would you not? But he was cleaning the books up, and I get that now. He was trying to make room for the future. And, he was in the hot seat last year. People were calling for his head a little bit, and it does make me feel a little ambivalent, like I'm mutually conflicting emotions. Like I love it, but I hate it. And I understand that they're all locked up in that window in that same time frame, that 2028, 2029. This is the window, and I think that's why they locked it up like that. This is your chance. But I think Ryan Poles is still here because Ben Johnson did not request a new GM. You know what I mean? He's here because basically there's two people in the organization, Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. They get what they want. If they want to ride unicorns to work, then somebody better go find them some unicorns. That's just how it is. And that's how they're going to roll right now. They're going to give them whatever they want. Ben Johnson wants stability. He wants the same people that he trusts and believes in to work with him the whole way. So I get it. I kind of like it, but I also believe that he did not deserve that yet. But he did do some good things. He fucked up too, but he did do some good things by cleaning up the books and getting us ready. But like you said, we're not developing. We're going out there and we're plucking from other teams and building our roster. And I'm not against taking all pros from other teams, but it is nice when you can develop your own product because then you get it on the rookie deal and you get it at a bargain and you can build a franchise team from there. It's very hard to keep going when you're just signing free agents because they want big money.
Absolutely.
All this TJ Watt and Micah Parsons and Trey Hendrickson, all that talk is like, we can't afford none of them. I would love it, but I don't know how we would be able to afford it. At some point, if we keep Caleb, he's getting 50 plus. So you got to keep that in mind.
You're in, and I'm glad you brought up Caleb because you're going to have to. When that time comes, you ain't gonna be able to keep, just throwing money at dudes. You ain't gonna be able to find Dio for 16 and Drew for 14, and then whatever we gave Grady Jarrett, and then you're not gonna be able to do that because your quarterback gonna take up way more. Now, granted, I think if you're going to do that, now is the time. Spend it now.
Yeah,
spend that money now. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I just got here like
I'm with you on that one. Let me ask y'all this then. What is y'all favorite move by Ryan Post? Number one favorite move that he's made since he's been here. Is it the obvious Panthers trade that?
I mean, yeah, the Bryce Young. I mean, the trading for the number one and the DJ Moore and all. Yeah, that was a big package we got in return. That was the best move anybody could ever make.
Panthers
we got a
trade.
big haul in return. We got a big haul in return for that. So, I mean, yeah, that was a good move. Probably the best one.
Martin say he don't have one. Look, if I'm going to say his best move, that's not a layup. I won't necessarily say that trade was a layup. I do think drafting Caleb is a layup. I think he was going. Whoever had that pick, I don't care what people say. He was going there.
Yeah, Washington would have took him.
Yeah, exactly. Washington, in which people try to say they wouldn't. They really like Jaden, but they would have took him.
And Caleb was a guy for them too.
Caleb was what?
A hometown guy for Washington.
Oh yeah, yep, exactly. He definitely was. Which a lot of people thought they would try to switch and move up and take him.
Sure.
I'll take it a little further when I say my favorite move was it was a part of that trade with Carolina, but it inside that trade because it was either DJ Moore, Brian Burns, who is now Wes, he's now in New York, which we just talking to the boys. And I think it was the other guy. They had another D lineman there. It was between those three. And he basically said no deal without one of those three guys. That, besides the picks and whatever else, and ultimately getting the next year first round pick, I do think adding DJ Moore or one of those superstar players in that trade, that's probably my favorite move by his. Don't necessarily like the Montez move. It was fine, but you paid him a lot of money, and Wes, you got a favorite move?
I know it's gonna sound probably ain't gonna like it, but I like the Ben Johnson and them move. I like bringing in this whole new culture of, hey, this is our head coach who I know it's to be seen, but I mean, it's one of those things where everybody wanted him, and they wanted him for a reason. And I know a lot of people say the what ifs and whatnots. And all right, cool. What if 16 out of the top 16 quarterbacks next season break their leg by week 6? Then we get, you know what I mean? The what ifs, But bringing in this whole new, like you were saying, Ryan, resetting the books. You know what I mean? Keeping like we had 8 draft picks this past year. Trying to keep our draft picks, trying to keep the money right and stable, trying to keep some of these guys on contracts. I know a lot of people talk about a trade Cole Kmet and all that kind of stuff, but even if we keep him this year, next year his contract, just letting him walk with it be cheaper. We want to have having a lot of these players are on these kind of deals that's not number 18, that the contracts is team friendly where you can keep your homegrown players. And the whole thing is how you gonna grow people without water and sunlight? Our staff, our coaches, you know what I mean? Like, remember our defensive coordinator had to leave because he was getting investigated by FBI. Our offensive coordinator was, irrelevant. Our head coach was bad. I mean, like Brian, like I said, we ain't had nobody competent since Lovey. So how you gonna be a pro? What you expecting? You expecting to go? If I had 7 draft picks, and let's say I picked the best ones that everybody's ranking at this spot, this who should go all the way down. How do you think you get a Pro Bowler? Yeah, it's some unicorns out there. It's some guys that's just they ready for the league. They're gonna be there. But how many of those it ain't 32 every single year? And we got 7 rounds of the draft. It ain't 32 Pro Bowlers every single year coming out the draft every rookie. A lot of those guys becoming Pro Bowlers they second year, they third year, they growing, they making that leap, they making that based off who their coaches is, the culture they're in. That we talk about the Green Bay culture. A lot of people say that Green Bay culture because Green Bay already know Green Bay is owned by the fans. They know what they want, they know how to do it, and they keep them. Aaron Rodgers sitting for 3 years. Aaron Rodgers didn't come out his rookie year, become a Pro Bowler and MVP. Like these guys, so to build that culture, to have those coaches and have that system, well, we could just run them through. We already know what we want. We already know what we want on our running backs. We got the coach for that. We got this and building and learning and taking notes and building that handbook, that employee handbook for when you walk on the out of town. This is your running back handbook right here because we took this running back and made him this, and this wide receiver made him this. This quarterback made. That's what we need to be looking at. And you can tell by what you were saying, Ronnie, when we have a superstar player and they leave, Bears fans are devastated because we can't make another one.
Yeah,
Roquan. You can't make another one. You can't make another Roquan. You can't make another Brian Urlacher. Can't make Roquan Smith and Brian Urlacher and Khalil Mack the only best defensive player. You know what I mean? So to build it, to have it where, hey, you can have somebody come in with the traits and the talent and the mindset you want. You put them to work, and they come out, and then the first 2-3 years they Pro Bowl. That's what you want to do. And if they go off to go make millions and millions of dollars, then that's fine. You go get just like the Patriots with their wide receiver core.
I'm with you, but he does have to. He does have to start drafting some guys. Some dogs. Yeah. And he had chances to get some. Like they were right in his face, and he decided to go in a direction of non-dogs every time. Like I don't. I mean, we talked about Jalen Carter. We already know that's one of them. But I mean, I don't know what Rome is gonna be now that his role is elevated. But that guy that you picked as your favorite D-line coming out, Jared Verse, that is a dog. He is going to be a dog. Yeah. That's another one he just did not go for. Okay, so I'm looking at this because I'm looking at this list. And I'm also reading what Martin's saying in the chat.
Yeah.
And it is making me realize even more. Because like I think it's worse than people. I think the people who are on Poe's side, I think it's worse than it's worse than they make it seem. I don't think they account for the O-line that he put in front of a rookie quarterback. Me personally, that is a huge indictment. Like I think if you're gonna have a rookie quarterback, you have to do everything you can to protect him, regardless of where he was drafted. You say what?
Especially a number one, he's your franchise.
Especially number one, but I'm saying regardless of where he's drafted. But if he's number one, it makes all the more sense to try to, help him succeed.
Investment protected.
I think I don't get it. And maybe Wes, maybe you could help me understand why he picks I'm talking about the draft. Why he drafts some of the players he does and like leave the clear-cut dogs alone. Am I right? Doesn't it seem like he just like, no, I don't that everybody, he's a dog. This dude he's this and that. No, I want this dude who's quiet, kind, not like, why is that? Is that not weird?
I think you going off you saying like that personality.
Yeah, but I mean on the field as well, because I mean he didn't
on the
draft
field as well, yeah. On the field as well.
Ozzy's not a mean guy on the field.
No,
like, you get what I'm saying? Like
no. I hear what you're saying, and for me, I looked at it in the sense of I was baffled a bunch of times on who he drafted, when he should have drafted. Like last draft, I'm like, you only had 5, so. Right. It's like, okay, I can understand. Like you didn't have much to deal, and I'm pretty sure wasn't nobody trying to move up, especially after you already had 2, and then moving down. And I think he needs to start to swing. It's kind of like when we talk about Caleb last season, like it was his rookie year. It's like, okay, now you need to start getting those people, because you got the people who the culture in the building it's no nonsense coaching. Like I can see you could bring somebody in with some kind of doormat staff that'll let a Jalen Carter come in and he'll end up running the locker room. Like you ain't no. All right, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Bench me? I'm Jalen Carter. What you gonna? And they going, okay, well we get it. He is our best defensive lineman. We have to kind of cater to him a little bit. No, I'll do it without you. We need that kind of organization. That's how you got to kind of be. I mean, you play sports, I play sports. I had some coaches that's like, okay, you don't want to lay the ball up with your left hand. You don't want to square up and tackle. You don't do that. But I got him down, coach. That ain't what I said. You need that kind of coaching first before you start bringing in some people who think gonna be, It's kind of like Chicago Bulls. They were solid with Jordan and Pippen. Now this is what I'm saying. And then Dennis Rodman came in. They like, he don't fit. He don't really fit what we got going on. We got cool coach. We got these kind of guys like, well, we know what we're gonna get out of Dennis. That's why Dennis is in Vegas right now while we at practice, but he'll be here before game time, and he's gonna produce. But they already had that culture and that identity of champion, and we know what we need to do. So we can, we can go get this guy, get that guy. Now I feel like we're at that point where it's like you got the staff. That's why I said the big thing is put together a staff of the Eric Bieniemys, of the Dennis Allens, of the Ben Johnsons, of these guys who's like, okay, all right, you want to, everybody complained about 29 last year, why he wasn't focused, what's going on with the Bears. That was the first thing everybody said. Why he's not going to. Remember, people was calling for him, and you said it straight up. We can't bench him because he's the best we got. Well, we need that Al Harris out there. It's like, I got a guy. He just been asking me, can he get in on some plays? Let me right. Talk to him about you. He could do the same, because if you don't do your job, you ain't gonna have one. That's how I feel.
I got a stat for y'all about Ryan Poles. And correct me if I'm wrong. Ryan Poles, I always got to switch it around because the comments cover your face, Ronnie, so I'll be having to jump back and forth between the frames. Ryan Poles, correct me if I'm wrong, to y'all recollection. Ryan Poles has only drafted 2 defensive ends since he's been in Chicago. You signed Montez, right? So let's go get his running mate on the opposite side of him. He's drafted 2 defensive ends in 3 drafts, or has it been 4 drafts? One of the 2. I don't think it matters too much. 2 defensive ends. Y'all know who those two guys are?
Booker.
Booker.
Booker. We drafted. Is Pickens considered an end, or is he a tackle?
D tackle.
Yeah. Is it Dom Rob?
Dom Rob.
That's what I was gonna say.
Your two defensive ends you drafted, Austin Booker and Dom Rob. Okay, that's fine. And you had to move back into the draft to get Austin Booker. Guess how many punters he's drafted since he's been here? Two. So you've drafted the same amount of punters as defensive ends since you've been general manager of this team. And guess what? The highest pick out of all of them was the punter. Like, okay.
Fourth round.
When I try to be easy on them. I try to start a little easy on them. But shit like that is insane. And I don't know how Ryan Poles or anybody can actually like make it sound. Two punters, two defensive ends. You need defensive ends. You need them. And the highest out of all four of those players was Torrey Taylor. That's ridiculous to me in so many ways. And honestly, my next question for y'all was going to be, what's the worst move y'all think Ryan Poles made? I mean, there's a lot of them. I got two. I'll say not drafting defensive ends, because that's insane. I don't think a lot of people in our chat even knew that. But go, like I said, fact check me and let me know if I'm right or wrong. Not drafting defensive ends and retaining Matt Eberflus after you brought in a rookie quarterback. I'll ask y'all for one of y'all most hated Ryan Poles moves, but I got two because I didn't know which one to choose between the two. Worst Ryan Poles move in y'all opinion?
I think
it's a lot too.
I think the Chase Claypool trade was horrible. Where's he? He never did shit.
Let me add some background to that Chase Claypool. That Chase Claypool trade, people remember it was a second round pick. Not only was that a second round pick, remember the Dolphins got their pick stripped away from them.
Yeah.
So that essentially was the last pick of the first round. It became the last pick of the first round that we ended up giving for Chase Claypool. So it was essentially a first round pick. It was a 32nd pick in the draft. And we gave it up for Chase Claypool. Like that's
pretty bad.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Wes.
I mean, y'all took my two favorite ones. So
it's a long list. It's a long list.
You know, last season, I already told you, even last season, they would have won 11 games and made the wild card. I would still fired him.
You did say that.
I said, I don't care what he do. I said, other than winning the Super, even if they went to the Super Bowl, if we'd have lost Super Bowl, fire him. I mean, if you did Lovey the way they did Lovey, the success equation wasn't gonna be good.
That's crazy when you think about how they did Lovey versus what they let Flus get away with.
My goodness.
I would say the worst thing he's done and something that he continued to do, and hopefully he didn't do it, because I don't think we didn't have one this year, is obviously the Eberflus. You know, I hate the Claypool thing, but the atrociousness of missing picks in the third round. Because
you had a list.
I had a list of how many third. I should have brought it. I know that question won't come up, but it's in there. And I know for a fact that left tackle was on there from last year. I know he's one that's in there. Amagaji. I think Amagaji. I think he was one of those third round picks. Just And for me, it's a lot of those picks that he made in the third round. The positions that he picked wasn't what we needed, and the players was kind of gave me that feeling. I know this kind of dramatic of when we traded up to second to get Mr. Trubisky. All those picks in that third round, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not my job to scout players. I don't know every single player in college. I don't watch college like that. So maybe they know some I don't know. Right. And then I looked back at it and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I thought that was. I know I think it was that wide receiver from North Carolina we got. What was his name? Newsom or something was in the third round. Was one of those like third round picks, and Amagaji was one of them, and it's just hitting that third round. But my main thing was retaining Flus, because the reason that I want to reiterate that is because, like I just said, players can come and go. Players come and go. Taylor could be great, and in 4 years we still draft another quarterback to in 5 years or 6 years to be his predecessor one day coming down the line or something. Wide receivers, you can have a carousel of them. If they come in, they know what they're supposed to do. I bring up this all the time. I bring up Wes Welker, Julius Edelman. Mm-hmm. Who else was in that slot for Tom Brady?
Danny Amendola.
And I swear to God, it was the same person.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing every single time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to do. That's when you know. That's when you got that staff, that culture of this what you need to do. And that's why I'm more bullish on the Bears when you got your head coach, you got your good staff, and you got your quarterback. Because your staff, your offensive line coach, he can run them through. He can run them through. All right, just do what the person in front of you did. Just do what the person in front of you did. Sliding them in, sliding the players in. Get the right size, get the right. That's why when you look at it, when people talk about Dennis Allen, we know what type of defensive end Dennis Allen likes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We know what type of style that fits for him. So you can go line them all up. You can pick them in the second round, the fifth round, the sixth round. You see it all the time. You see six. I think it was like the Chiefs just re-signed. Was it Trey Smith?
Yeah.
To one of the biggest
in history.
And he's a fifth round pick. You go so when people put stock on a lot of it, well, he came in, he put in the work, and he followed what those other offensive linemen was doing to be that good at that position.
Yeah.
You know the mindset you got to do. You know who you got to be. So I'm just excited about this new Bears regime of, hey, look, we're gonna have a culture. We're gonna have a way of winning.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that step in, that's how it's gonna be. It was the same way kind of with the defense. It was just one-sided for so long that's all it was.
Yeah.
Plus, we never really cared about what the offense was. The defense is gonna do it. Oh yeah, everybody's seen the peanut punch fumble. Anybody can do it. Nah, no, you can't. That's a Peanut Tillman thing. You're not gonna get too many of those. Devin Hester, you're not gonna get too many of those. Dante Hall was fast too, but he really wasn't Devin Hester.
Look, we're gonna keep this conversation rolling, but let me just ask everybody that's in the chat right now. Hit that like button for us, man. Show some love. Subscribe to the channel. The Black Bear Podcast, one word, no spaces. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm your host, Marcrob, with my co-hosts in the building. Chef Wes to the right of me, OG Ronnie B at the bottom. Oh man, as I was reading these notes, I was starting to get mad a little bit. It's getting a little mad. I got another stat I want to point out to y'all about Ryan Poles. That's just crazy to me because I hear a lot about he worked the books, right? He did this and he got the books right. He had to fix the cap and this and that and the third, which I assume most GMs, if you come into a situation, you're going to fix the cap, which I guess I can't say that because Ryan Pace fuck that. He was taking his shots every chance he got. So I can't really say that. But let me tell me, does this sound right to y'all? Or if it was worth it? How about that? If this was worth it. Last season, the Chicago Bears, and again, chat, y'all can fact check me. Y'all got cell phones, y'all got Google. Go fact check me while y'all watching the show. The Chicago Bears had the third most expensive defense in the league last season. The third most expensive, 116 million, all on the defense. The cheapest was the Rams, 44 million, and then it goes a little bit up from here. 44 million at the Rams, the cheapest. You got the Chiefs down there, you got the Lions down there, you got the Eagles down there, you got the Broncos down there. Then you got Chicago with the third most expensive defense in the NFL. Was that worth it? Did our defense play like the third most expensive? And look, it's y'all opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. We all watch the same thing. Two people can watch the same thing and come away with different breakdowns or opinions. Do y'all think that defense played like the third most expensive defense in the league?
And honestly, it started off that way. They started off good. They had a good 45 days.
45
They had a good 45 days. They had a good 45 days. Remember, they were screaming. Remember, nobody was talking about the defense the first till the bye week was over.
Right.
They weren't talking about the defense till a couple weeks after the failed Mary. They really want to talk about how bad the defense was until after that, because the defense had to do something, and then Bears fans regress back to, just like most we do, to their Bears ways. Where's our defense? We're the Bears. Where's our defense? Well, we were trying to have a good offense, and then people were screaming, like even myself. So where's the touchdown? Caleb, it's been weeks, and Caleb, you ain't got a touchdown yet. Who you gonna throw the touchdown to? Where's Rome? Where's that top 10 overall pick in Rome Doomsday? He ain't caught a touchdown either. All these other kind of nonsense. So they started off, and then injuries happened and stuff like that happened. Was it worth it? In a health situation, maybe I think he still could have got some of it from cheap. And like I said, some players you look at, like I said, with the Tremaine Edmonds thing, it's like you look at him and you're like, okay, good, he might be worth this money. And then he's not.
And he's not.
But Poles ain't the only one that's happened to.
Absolutely not.
Jalen Ramsey, when they backed up the Brinks truck on them, Billings, Brisker, who else? Kyler Gordon didn't play a lot. It was a lot. It was some people that was beaten, battered on it. Because think about it, like you just said, that 5th round pick, Austin Booker's played way more than he was probably supposed to last season.
Saw Austin Booker on the field a decent amount. But I just because there was no other edge. He didn't bring in another edge. He still didn't draft the edge. I don't know why he doesn't draft edge rushers. I don't get that.
And my whole thing is like for me, it's kind of like what everybody's saying about Caleb right now is, you got all the weapons now. You got the interior line pretty solid. Like we said, we got 4/5 of a line out there now. It should be a little bit better. Let's see what you can do, yada, 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 all this other kind of stuff. Now it's like what I expected more of this last past draft, but with Ben Johnson being new and this is first time, and it's kind of like, you got to let the new kid kind of have a little bit more influence in it his first time around, because you only, like you said, you only get one first pick as a head coach, and this is his first time around. So I like I said, I'm throwing a rookie card on Ben Johnson when it came to that draft. Kind of sort of felt like that was a little bit more influenced on him.
Oh, absolutely.
But you got your extension now too on top of it. So I expect leaps and bounds. That's why even this season I said, everybody asked like, your expectation. My expectation is playoffs. Everybody want to say 8-9 wins. No.
At least a wild card.
No. Win a division. Win a division. get to the playoffs, and give me a playoff win. That's my floor.
I mean, a lot of people playing it safe with that first year head coach. Man,
Nah, you
setting the bar low.
Nah, you seen it. You've been around. You've been around enough. It ain't like a rookie player coming in.
No.
And everybody, like I said, it's guys out there that people want to talk about, player performance. Like, hey, you got to drive this. Like, I could drive, Marvin Harrison Jr., but Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, like it was a lot of other wide receivers in that draft that just look, you know what I mean, amazing, and they were the number one option, just like Marvin Harrison Jr. So you could tell me like, hey, he's a dog. He was bred for this. But then turn around and it's like, well, I don't know who Malik Neighbors' daddy is. He might sell insurance. I don't know who Brian Thomas. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know who their daddy is, but they ain't Hall of legends. So, like I said, you can hit and miss. I think Pro Bowlers are kind of more built off of the culture, the organization, the systems that they come from, how they have to do it. I don't care. And like I said, your head coach don't have to be a big name. Your staff don't have to be real big names, nothing like that. But you gotta have some type of culture and some type of thing. And like I told you, I was plus on Ryan Poles until he made the statement of some stuff that he should have said some stuff and he did. And it's like it's your job to say shit.
Yeah. All right. Definitely you go back to that moment a lot because that was crazy. That was the one where I was just
like, and that's why I'm kind of like if on the and then like I said, people got their own opinions on what he did best, what he didn't do best. I mean, I'm just saying I ain't here to the NFL talking shit about no Ryan Pace because they just knew he was a goofy. They knew he was a goofy. They knew they wasn't even worried about him.
Look, I'm not shocked he got the extension. I knew it was gonna come, but it just puzzles me if his biggest moves just happened and there's so much anticipation. You got the training camp tickets selling out in 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Why not just wait and see? Because last year was an epic disaster. Like, it's weird how you get rewarded for not doing anything in Chicago. You get rewarded for nothing.
Or maybe it was the reason that they came. Yeah. It could have been the reason Ben Johnson said, hey, look, if I'm coming, I got to be in lockstep with Ryan. Figure it out. And they gave that guarantee to Ben Johnson.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, that's what it has to be because I can't see anything other than that, which Ben, bless your soul, because what are you seeing? What are you seeing in him? I don't, and what's also interesting? They don't talk about contracts in Chicago. And I mentioned this in our group chat. This shit got out. It don't get out. We didn't even know Ryan Poles had 2 more years. We didn't know. They don't talk about front office contracts. Somebody leaked this, and that's just you don't hear about it. You don't hear about it in Chicago. They actually ask them, the beat reporters ask them about and they say we're not getting into that all the time. Ryan Poles say, team owner, what's his name, George McCaskey, he says it all the time. They're not talking about it. They don't, but this got out, and that's kind of interesting to me. Somebody leaked it, and I'm willing to bet.
Yeah, he drafted Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd won Super Bowl with another team.
Who is that?
That's Martin. I mean, we drafted Greg Olsen. He went to Super Bowl with the Carolina Panthers. Like, did we draft Alshon?
Yep.
Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshon. That's what I mean about the system and the culture. You can have a dog, and guess what? If you don't let him out the cage, he's just in that bark and doing nothing. and you
That's
get
what I want.
robbed, and your
That's
house
what I
is
wanted to.
robbed.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say about when you asked the question, Mark, about the defense, about the highest paid defense. I mean, not the highest paid, but you said 116 million for the third highest paid defense or something. And, and you said, are they overpaid basically, or and what I think is, are they overpaid? They might have been undercoached, and that's how you get to the dogs that you draft or that's on your roster. You have to have coaches that can tap into that potential and make them players want to play for you and bring that out of them. And I don't know, recently we haven't had a coaching staff. This coaching staff we have right now is phenomenal. It is the best we've ever had. And I think that's why the expectations is so high right now for the Chicago Bears, because we've never seen it like this. We've never seen moves coming in like this. We've never seen a roster built like this, even though it's not through the draft. And also, just real quick about the draft, I wish we could just give Loveland back and take 2 first-rounders later. Or, you know what I mean? Because we could have got Omarion Hampton and an edge rusher and solved everything. We were so hung up on Genti and maybe getting the tight end that we forgot about a whole bunch of shit, and we got lost in the shuffle. But that's another thing. I've come to terms with it. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, maybe we're undercoached. Like, we just didn't have the coaches to bring the players. Maybe we have those dogs right now. We don't know it. But it's up to Dennis Allen, and it's up to Eric Bieniemy and Antoine Randall L. All these guys, they got to get these guys fighting and on these pages so that culture is expressed and translated onto the field, so us as Bears fans can be proud once again, man. This is just getting ridiculous. I feel like we're almost like the Jets or something. We ain't doing nothing anymore. And they said Ryan Pohl, he ain't been in the playoffs since we got him. Yeah, but it's coming. I really do feel like it's about to turn around. And I know we win the offseason awards all the time and we get trophies for doing nothing, that sort of thing. But it really feels real this time. I just can't fight it. And maybe I'm just being optimistic and hopeful as a Bears fan because my wish list is big, but I'm just ready for them to finally break out and do something.
Is it playoffs or bust, fellas? Is that that's what's going on?
Kind of, sort of.
For me, it's playoffs or bust, and that's based off of it gotta be in that. If we don't, it better be because this team points against like some shield technical book in there, and it's like they got both teams is won 11 games. All three of these NFCs won 11 games. If we look at this versus this, and then points and some. Like it gotta feel like robbery. It gotta feel college type.
Okay, so I like what you just said. So say it ends up like this, because that's actually a good point. And I think I might know your answer. So say we win 9 games to get and we're in the hunt. We're at 8, and 7 gets that last spot. We're at 8, and we just miss it to another team that was 9-8. Is that a bust? Are you like, no, you should have won 10 games? Absolutely. Or is it like the scenario you just said? We just got robbed type. You know what I mean? Or is it, no, you should have won 10 games? You absolutely should have. Or what you thinking? What y'all thinking?
I mean, I'm going to let Ronnie go first because I know what I'm going to say.
10 games, I think we can win 10 games. There's always a couple games that are like, we should have won. We should have did this. And teams that are like that, they're not the good teams that they should have won that game. Like people say, like, oh, good teams win close games. No, good teams win the game. There's no doubt about it. They win the game. So to win 10 games as the Chicago Bears, I know when we did the season schedule, I picked them 12-5. I overshot. I'm really looking at 11-6, 10-7, but I do think 10 is very possible. It's not without a reach for sure. But make or break, like a bust year, if we don't get in, I don't know if it's a bust year, but we have to have a winning record for it to seem successful. We went 5-12 last year. So, I mean, if we could double that at 10-7, I'm with it.
Yeah, that 9-8 scenario is kind of hard, especially when it's like, okay, we 9-8, the Seahawks is 9-8 or something like that, and the best team get in or, some technical thing. For me, that's it depends on how we got to 9-8. If it's like 2 of those games was We lost. We held them, and they kicked a 63-yard field goal into them, and that's why we lost 2 of those games or something like that. I might reconsider, but at face value, I feel like that's still bust. Because I really feel like this is easily a 10-game win team. I mean, I've been watching all this. I saw I forgot what show he was on, but the offensive tackle for the Packers said we got lucky in Lambeau, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, so when y'all, my whole thing is this: it's more games won on the end of the game kicking a field goal. You go ask Vinatieri, go ask Robbie Gould, go ask what's the one that ain't got a job no Tucker. Go ask go ask a lot of these kickers. You're winning more games on field goals than winning the game because you block. Like how many block field goals in the game, and then that's luck to me. That's a draw. That's you know what I mean. But to say like, oh, it's luck because we drove the ball down into field goal range and kicked the game-winning that's football. That's football. I mean, what like? So for me, it has to be a little bit more wins. But yeah, if we only are 9-8 and then we still fall short, that means we didn't get those 9-8 wins. We got most of those 9 wins off some field goals. Those 9 wins were worth it and valued and really, really good. It's because we won by 14.
Well, look, the Bears. We got a tough schedule this year. It's way tougher than last year.
Yeah,
and I think to make the playoffs, we're going to have to win the games we're supposed to win. We gotta win them. You start dropping those, I don't think we make it the playoffs. CKC's in the chat said, I just want to beat the Packers twice. Look, appreciate you being in the chat. Hit that like button for us and subscribe to the channel, man. Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. We don't think like that no more. I used to think like that. I used to think like that in high school. That's how I used to be around. I don't care about beating the Packers twice no more. Me personally, I don't really care. I do want to beat them. Absolutely. Beat them twice. But if we lose, we split. Either way it goes, win twice, split, lose twice, you better be in the playoffs. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. That Packers, it used to be like that for me. I don't know what y'all think about that chat there.
W's are W's no matter who they come against. That's all I know. And we're gonna have to beat Baltimore or Philly or Pittsburgh. There's gonna be some really big games that we have to win. So I mean, I'm hoping, man, for the best, of course. But yeah, the schedule is tough, like you said, Mark, for sure. They threw it at us this year. They tested us.
I was going to play Mark. I mean, I get it. And that's another thing too. Like, I get the whole beat the Packers thing. Of course, I want to beat the Packers. I want everybody to beat the Packers. Honestly, I want the Packers to go 0-17. How about that? If we go 9-8 and we don't make the playoffs by, let's say, some technicality, and the Packers go 0-17, I ain't gonna be mad. I ain't even gonna be that mad because the Packers win. But that's how drastic it has to be. But we gotta win. We gotta be a winning organization.
Have to. We absolutely have to, because I look at it like this. And first of all, CKC, I'm in Wisconsin too, actually, so I know what you're going through. But look at it like this: the Packers' only game they won in the division was against us. Otherwise, they lost every game in the division. Guess where they went, regardless? To the playoffs. You think they cared about losing 2 times to the Lions or twice to the? No, they punched that ticket, and that's what they cared about.
Yeah.
So that's now they beat us. They should have, like you saying, the block kick. That's lucky as hell. They should have been over in the division, and they still would have made the playoffs though. What did they win? 11 games, I think. Yeah, I think 10 would have got them in.
Everybody was in double digits. So, yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, you gotta have that 10. You gotta have that.
Yeah.
We gotta have that. And like I said, a lot of people, if you want to go about what happened last year, statistically speaking, 6 of our 10 losses was by probably less than 4 points or something like that, less than 3, less than a touchdown for sure. And if you want to go on the flip side of it, that was the opposite for the Commanders. I think 6 of their games they won by 3 to 7 points or 3 to 6 points or something. Speaking of that, and it's just hey, that kick went up and went in. We already know the Hail Mary. And then they won in the Hail Mary. They only won by 5, I think it was. So it was like, they were on the losing end of that too. So we got to finish. And if you look at it, and that's why I come back to this staff a lot of the times. We could have beat the Lions. We could have beat the Vikings. We went to OT with the Vikings. Like a lot of those games where we were in it, and I can't truly blame the players for some of those losses. I can blame them for how they recovered the next week. I could blame them what they said on podcasts and how they talk. I can blame them for losing their minds because the streak kept extending and extending and extending.
It's like it wasn't gonna ever stop.
It felt like it wasn't gonna stop, but talking about it and not beating about it had to hurt.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Yeah, look. So we still on Ryan Poe's extension. Let's wrap this up. Any last words about this extension? Any blessings y'all want to give on it? Because look, I would have waited. Let me see your best offseason yet. Let me see if that's good enough. Because if your best offseason yet is not good enough, then dude, this is just not. It's not for you. This is not the job for you.
Definitely could have waited. We definitely could have waited. Do I think giving him an extension matters at this point? No. I think it's kind of showing that, hey, that we trying to put, like I said, that coach. We're a serious organization. We're extending our GM to match our coach, to match our core. I put on 18 today because I was in line with everybody in this regiment right now is in line. Everybody else is going to be rotation. Keep Caleb for the next 20 years. I expect great things from him. And then build that culture, build that. And at the end of the day, it's like, I don't remember an off season where a new head coach was hired and the pundits and everybody in the big wigs and the national media was talking about everybody from the head coach down to the cornerbacks coach. I mean, before we knew we had Ben Johnson, they was like, man, the Bears got Al Harris. He's going to change. He's going to change that secondary. Well, the Bears got Eric Bieniemy. Oh, he's going to change that run game. Do you know who? So if you don't know, like, they started, like, it was whole segments based off not even our head coach, our defensive coordinator, or our offensive coordinator. They was off our position coaches that were saying, like, okay, the Bears, look, now if they get, remember, it was 3 weeks of, now if they get Ben Johnson, that's what they got. They got to get him. They got to, so, hey.
Y'all know Ben Johnson is ranked like, I think, the 24th or like 26th best head coach in the league. Rightfully so, I guess. He hasn't shown us anything.
Right.
I just thought they would gas him up a little more than what they did. That's
top 20 at least.
That's what I mean. I'm pretty sure somebody printed it out and showed it to Ben Johnson. And I think Ben Johnson's one of those guys who hold
fuel for the fire.
Hold grudges, and he gonna and that's what I want. And like I said, I hear I heard the mad dog. Oh, I don't think Caleb is it. Jaden Daniels is great and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, y'all can go off. Like, y'all, I mean, it took Tom Brady a few Super Bowls before people start putting him up there with the big names. It took Pat Mahomes his second, third one before y'all start putting him up there with the big names.
It seemed like they put Pat up there as soon as
immediate.
Look, I mean, I saw Peyton Manning struggle for a long time to get some Super Bowl wins. He was throwing 50 touchdowns a year. And it was still like, I don't know if he's on par with Brady, though. So that's fine. All I want is the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Give me 7, 8 Super Bowls in the next 20 years of my life. I'll take it, Ryan. I'll take it, Ben.
Yeah. I'll take anything.
All right. Okay. Ronnie, any last words on the extension?
No, I mean, I agree with you a little bit with the 2-year thing because I feel like we should have let it play out a little bit because this year and next year are the biggest years that are coming. And if nothing happens this year or next year, then they should have just moved on. But I understand it at the same time.
I feel like say this year is bad anyway.
Right.
I feel like he wasn't going nowhere. You know what I mean? He still wasn't going nowhere.
No, not
you know
yet.
what I mean?
They're
That's
going to give Ben a couple years before any major shakeups from here on out.
yeah, exactly. No, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about my boy Caleb Williams and the expectations we have for him for this upcoming season. Caleb freaking Williams. I'll kick it off. What I want to see from Caleb Williams last year, actually, I hit it right on the head. I called the 3,500 yards. I think I said 25 touchdowns and like 7 interceptions or 8 interceptions, something like that. I hit it right on the head, though, just as good as I could get it. This year, a lot of people putting him at 4K. I'm not putting him at 4K. And I remember actually, Wes, you and Deb, when it was my turn to give my best case scenario and work for it, y'all thought I was finna go 4,500 yards, 52 touchdowns, all in the rookie season.
No interceptions.
No, 52 touchdowns, no interceptions.
No interceptions.
Nah, but this year, this is what I got. 3,850, 3,850 yards. I don't got him hitting 4K. Not it. Just because then I was it last episode we did? I talked about how many quarterbacks actually hit 4,000, and was it like 6, 5, or something like that? Then I talked about how many actually threw for 30 touchdowns, and it was again like 4 to 6 quarterbacks. It's not a common thing. I don't think he hits it this year. I definitely think he gets it at some point, but I got 3,850, 3,850 yards. Elevating that goes up from last year. He going up across the board. 20 touchdowns this year. I got 26 for this upcoming season. 6 more. Just like he was talking about, Wes, there were some games in there where there was no touchdowns, and all you need is one. Just throw one here, one there. I got him about three games where he throws 2 good touchdowns in games where he didn't throw any this year. Boost that up to 26. Interceptions, that goes up too. He's throwing it more. He's gonna go from 6 to 9 interceptions. So I got 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He had, I think, 62% completion percentage. That got to go up for me. That's really what I need to go up more than anything, more than any number. I need his completion percentage to go up. 66. Give me 66. Yeah. Go up 4%. Give me 66%. This is the number that's got to go down. The sacks. He has 68. I'm gonna put it in Justin range, in the Justin area, because I think I mentioned this last time. I don't think Caleb's ever gonna be a low sack. He gonna take sacks. That's who he's gonna be throughout his career. That's what I think. That's just how I feel like he plays, and I'm not gonna try to change him. I wouldn't dare try to change him. But he's gonna be a sack dude, man. He gonna get sacked. 41. Still a little, 41, but at 68 is excessive. You know what I'm saying? So get that number down to 41. I'm gonna go through it again. 3,850 pass yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 66 completion percentage, and 41 sacks for his sophomore season. Up across the board. Everything got to go up. It has to. Everything got to go up. More weapons, better coaching staff, better offensive line. Everything got to go up. No excuses. Not, and on my part, I'm not saying, it's boom or bust, but for no excuses for your numbers not to go up. I need your numbers to go up. So that's what I got for Caleb Williams. Who wanna get some expectations for Caleb
you
Williams?
Out that first, Ronnie. I'm throwing you out that first. I want to go last on this.
Okay, I'll go next. I thought you wanted to go. Okay, I'm kind of right there with you, Mark. I feel like everything does have to go up. His picks will go up too, and one of the reasons is he's going to take more chances, more shots. Ben's going to have him throwing a little more, so he is going to get some picks because he didn't take a lot of chances last year. So this is going to be the year he starts to take more chances. And I'm right there with the numbers with you. I think more like 28 and 10, and around 3,800, like you said. and he does need to get that percentage up, mid-60s, maybe 66, 67, and the rushing yards too, a little bit more. I mean, instead of taking the sack, get a yard or two, recognize what's happening before you're running, to our end zone instead of theirs. But yeah, the numbers got to go up. I think he will have a better year, and the sack numbers definitely will come down. What he had 68 last year. You said 41, and I think something similar to low 40s, maybe even into the 30s. We'll see how that line does him. It'd be nice to cut it in half. That'd be fucking great. But yeah, all numbers have to go up, and I think he will have a better year. He's got better coaching. He's got better weapons. But yeah, he's gonna mess up a little more too because he's doing more. But we should still see more benefits than more pros than cons anyway.
I don't know if you muted, Mark.
Yeah, I can't hear you, Mark.
Yeah, like you muted.
I can hear you, Wes.
You got me now?
Yeah, you got you.
Yeah, I had to swap my headphones out. I didn't. So did you have them? Did you got them going 4,000 yards?
No. I got him around you, just under. I think he's just gonna miss it, but I don't think he can miss it for his whole career because he's got that extra game that our other Bears quarterbacks didn't. He's getting an extra game. He's getting that 17 clip instead of 16. So eventually he'll get it, but not this year.
I think so too. I think he'll get it at some point.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Not yet. Like I said, did you say touchdowns? I had 26.
You said 26 and 9, I think, and I said 28 and 10.
28 and 10. Okay. I'm not mad at that number. I'm not mad. They're definitely near mine.
Yeah. I think Caleb's gonna remind me. I think any Chicago fan remembers Jimmy Butler. Like Jimmy Butler put in his work. Jimmy Butler wasn't on nothing when we first got him. He put in his work and he came through. PCA's doing the same thing for the Cubs. Put in that work and then you'll eventually come through. I think Caleb's got more talent than those guys, so it shouldn't take as long. He's just got to put in the work. He'll be all right.
Wow. Jimmy Butler reference. That's
it. Buckets, baby.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Wes? What are we looking at? 4K.
Because he's going to be okay. All right, I'm gonna do my stat line, and then I'm gonna tell you why my stat line is.
For sure.
He's gonna hit the 4,000. He's gonna throw 30 touchdowns. He's gonna throw 12 interceptions. He's gonna be at about 68% and about 45 sacks.
68%. I'm loving it. Okay. And how many sacks?
45.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him that because this is why. A couple of those touchdown passes that he had last year, even though that he did throw that were touchdowns, remember, I think 3 of them came back because of penalties.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those yards that he didn't get when you were talking about him running backwards and all that, that was that next series, you got to be coached on that next series. Hey, stop running back. I'm going to set up some plays. And this comes with the whole Ben Johnson thing too, as well. I'm going to set it up where you're only getting positive yards. Because remember, we had that one game where it was the whole first half and we only had one offensive yard for the first half of the game. I don't think we're going to have that under Ben Johnson. I think there's going to be progression per series on what they're doing, and I think Ben Johnson has a lot of stuff that he can give Caleb to, even if it's the 5-yard, the 5-yard look, quick shot at him. Yep. So a few of those, those more of those. I see Loveland open on this curl, this 6-yard curl. One more time, Caleb. One more look at this. And we put the clip up of Caleb just not even want to look at the Google Pad, iPad, whatever, after a whole series, after a 4 and out. Remember, we had so many first drives where we were 4 and out. I don't think that's going to happen. Now, if you think about it, if you double, triple some of those, even if we don't score on that first drive, but we go 60, 65, 7 yards, kick a field goal or something, or we get close enough when we have to punt and back them up a little bit or whatever. I think we're going to have more of those positive yards. Because you think about it, he lost a lot of those yards. He had 35. He lost a lot of those yards in the first half of a lot of those games, including that 10-game losing streak. So if you add in that 10-game losing streak, where we started off that first drive not getting no yards, basically, and give them 45 every single time, that's about 400 or 500 more yards, even if we don't score.
Yep.
If you go to some of those touchdown passes that were caught, or that could have been touchdown passes, or that was, no offense to Keenan Allen, but he caught it, 25 yards out, and, he's a little bit older. He ain't as quick as, but if that's Luther Burton, he making somebody miss, and he probably taking it to the house. That's a touchdown.
That yak, that hen and that yak.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at a lot of the changes that happened when Thomas Brown came in with DJ running some of those screens, bubbles, with all of that, having that time, having that offensive line out there that's not going to commit those penalties, it's not going to do those things, going to be able to move and get you north and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, he had 35 and 20 behind that line and that offense with no guidance. You can't tell me you can't give me 500 more and about 10 more touchdowns. I think it's possible. And on top of that, I think he won it, and I think Ben Johnson won it too. I think Ben Johnson want to say, look, we don't do what with quarterbacks in Chicago? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. And we beat the Packers twice. That's for the Wisconsin. You know what I mean? Like, I think this whole attitude of what we want to be and what you can take, like I said, we said it offseason last year. This is the Chicago Bears. This is a historic team. This is the birthplace of football.
Yes, sir.
If you can make this a winning organization, like a Ben Johnson, a Ryan Poles, a Caleb Williams, a Roma Dunze, or whatever, guess what? You win 1 or 2 Super Bowls on Chicago, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame. That's it. You talk about legend. You can go somewhere else. You can go to Jacksonville and win a Super Bowl. In 5 years, they're gonna forget y'all won. They're gonna have to Google who won it. Who won it 2028 again? Oh, Jacksonville did win on that field goal. That's right. But you went with the Bears. Everybody gonna be talking about it because it'll be stuck in their head just like the 1985 Bears.
You eat for free in Chicago forever. You win with
so. I think he can do it. I think he can do it. Like I said, that's why I think they can win 10 games, and why I think they can win and make it to the playoffs. I think they can because I think that the culture, they want it. They want it more. I think Caleb will know a little bit, and Caleb is coachable. This staff got people on there that know how to coach, that know how to take situations. And all right, cool. We're not walking off the field losing, and we had 5 timeouts that we didn't take all game. We took 1 timeout that entire game. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't adjust at all. We came out, like, I just don't see that happening next year. Because if it don't, oh man, the stomach holding of the rest of the NFL and everybody else, and we gonna have to come up here and still do this podcast and have that sour, like we sucking on lemons, that sour face.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, especially because we that hype train for us be crazy in the offseason, don't it? I like how you mentioned, like, because I agree with what you said. I didn't have the 4K, but it makes sense. There was a lot. Half the season, not even 3/4 of that season, we didn't do shit in the first half. Just imagine if you do a little bit in the first, just a little bit. We ain't asking for too much. Just do a little bit in the first half. And, kind of like I was saying with the touchdowns, just throw one touchdown in the 5 of those games that you didn't throw one. You know what I mean? That's all. It was abysmal last year at times. You say what?
No, that's exactly. So, because when you brought that up, that's why I was like, I'm gonna let Ronnie go, because I was going under that same umbrella of I'm looking at what we missed last year and those games we missed last year, and not calling those timeouts and not. And saying, that first 15 yards we gave them before the Hail Mary didn't matter at all. Yes, it does. It's a game of inches. It's the game of yards. It's everything is going to matter. And I think Ben Johnson know that. And the Chicago Ben Johnson watched us. I'm pretty sure he watched us like, yeah, I would have called timeout. I would have did this. I wouldn't have gave it. I would have froze the kicker. I would have, you know what I mean? Like, I would have called timeout just to bring Caleb over and tell him that, fucking great job. You had about, 275 yards, man. I think do you want to go for 315? I got some plays for you. How you feeling out there?
Do y'all watch The Quarterback on Netflix? That Netflix series, The Quarterback.
I've seen clips. I've watched it before though.
I haven't watched it.
We got golf on there now, Kirk again, and then Joe Burrow. But you seeing our boy Ben Johnson out there coaching Jared Goff, and I mentioned you brought this to my this thought in my head when you were just talking about Ben Johnson and how he acted on the sideline. He told Jared Goff one time, "We're not running the ball. We're not running the ball no more. It's just pointless. We're throwing the ball from here on out." And I'm like, straight up, like, but just like you said, he was saying, "Oh, I would have did this. Oh, I know I would have did that. This and that and the third." That's Bear Truth. Bear Truth. Hey, look, Bear Truth.
Shout out to Bear Truth.
Bear Truth.
Man. Shout out
Bear
to
Truth
Bear
came into enemy territory with us. And he was out what they call it, the 12th man in Seattle or whatever. Man. He was in there with us, man, getting at them guys. Appreciate that.
We heard you, Bear Truth. We was talking about this for a little minute. I know if you finna go off topic for a second. We was talking about this for a minute where it's time to do a weekday show. It's time to get some other eyes on us. And I know Bear Truth, you was asking, you were saying like, yeah, we definitely need to do a weekday show. So now I know you missed it, but we will be going live on Wednesdays now. I know a lot of podcasts go live on Wednesdays, but look, we're ready for the competition. We ready for the competition, so we're gonna be there. Damn. Real Bears fan. Look, but I thought we was over that stuff. I thought we was past that. Appreciate that for sure, Bear Truth. Appreciate that. What was I going? Oh yeah, Ben Johnson on the quarterback. When he told Jared Goff, fuck, we're not running the ball no more. Fuck that. We passing it for the rest of the game. I love that because that's how it's game flow. The Bears have run the ball, and we ain't been able to run the ball. We got 20 rushing yards, and it's the fourth quarter, and you still trying to run the ball. Now I get it. Keep them honest. Well, come on now. Let your quarterback. It was times, and this is another thing, Wes, when we were talking about how circumstance, how there was first halves where we didn't get a yard, or first half or home games where we didn't throw a touchdown. A lot of quarterbacks, and I talk about this when I defend Caleb, and I defend Caleb a lot. When people talk about his touchdowns, 20-6 ratio, but there was a lot of touchdowns where we are at the 5-yard line or at the 4-yard line that a lot of teams, they're going to just call a dink and dunk easy pass for their quarterback to pad his stats. We ran the ball in every single time. Even though for a first down, we ran it. Now, I'm not mad at it. Go win the game. But I seen it with Jared Goff. I seen it with Joe Burrow. I see it with all of these quarterbacks where their coach, first down, Kevin O'Connell do it with his quarterbacks. First and goal, let me get you a touchdown. Let me get you this easy little touchdown. We didn't do that. We ran it with Rojo. He had like 5 or 6 touchdowns. Or we'll run it with Swift, and we seen Kramer get his one. But you get what I'm saying? Like that's another chunk of touchdowns. They could have easily got to Caleb. So sometimes these numbers are circumstance. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to put that out there because I argue with people a lot, and I'm like, look, Caleb could have had another 5 easily if they give him a chance. I've seen they will run it. And I'm like, dude, Caleb got us down here. Just let him finish the drive off. We 5 and whatever, or we 4 and whatever. Let him go do it.
Tell him exactly where to throw the ball. This is what I'm gonna run. Look, I mean, one of my favorite clips that I see, it comes up, I don't know, maybe 10 times throughout the year, whether it's off season, is Tom Brady behind center, and he's in the shotgun, empty backfield, and he tells Gronk to stand up. Hey, Gronk, stand up. Gronk, oh, shit, I forgot I was supposed to be standing up. Because I'm going to you. You forgot that's the play we was running. Oh, I forgot. This seems like a time we should be running the ball, and I should be blocking. No. We finna do something. And if you look at Ben Johnson, We finna throw it. The stumble, fumble, the fake fumble, the all these other kind of things is Ben. One thing I like about Ben Johnson and that guy is I can coach a very tight football game, right? Where we're just going back and forth, take a ball. But once it get loose and all of that, and we still we rocking and rolling. You know what? Jared, you ain't even gonna throw this ball. We gonna let somebody else throw the ball. We gonna do something else crazy. I got something for you. Just throw it right here, just the Pittsburgh. I'm gonna run everybody off to the left, and I'm gonna have the lineman run to the right because he's eligible now. You know what I'm saying? I think Caleb threw a touchdown last season, and the offensive lineman wasn't eligible. Something or didn't
yes.
He threw a touchdown, and they said
Kramer.
the offensive lineman wasn't eligible.
Kramer didn't check in. He didn't
check
report.
in eligible, and I was like, "What? Like, what is that?" Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah,
a lot of those times, a lot of those positive plays that he did have got taken away. So if we bring a lot of that down, like you said, he was at 3,500 already. We didn't do much in most of the first halves. Nope. I would say at least 4 touchdowns were stolen. So that's 24. And then if you say that on the other side of it, well, then that means he threw 2 more interceptions. I think 2 of his possible interceptions that he threw were turned back over pass interference or some, penalty or something like that. So he probably could have threw like 2 or 3 more touchdowns. So now you're still at what, 24, 25, and 8? With 3,800 yards?
You said something that I was actually like pleading for throughout the season, and this was the reason this was to like actually help Cole Kmet's numbers too. I'm like, dude, as an offensive coordinator, you can draw up a play and say, look, I'm scheming Cole open. Give him the ball, Caleb. He's gonna be open. I have faith in my play calling abilities and my scheme abilities. Give him the goddamn football. That's kind of what you was just saying that Ben gonna be able to do. I was pleading for that from Shane Waldron all goddamn season. Because I'm like, okay, yeah, Caleb is the quarterback. He got to throw him the ball. But as an offensive coordinator, scheme him open. That's what you're supposed to do. And make Caleb throw him that football. And if Caleb don't throw the football, now y'all on the sideline doing this. And we going to see it on national television.
And like I said, I play Madden. Anybody that play Madden, you will see a play. Like, I don't even like how this play is. I'm going to put it in because I like where everybody else is running. And I'm finna hot route this tight end. I'm finna hot route him into this area where I want him to go.
I think Eberflus and Waldron were not looking at Caleb the same way Ben is looking at him right now. They didn't know what they had. I think Ben's going to put the ball in his hands and let him make way more decisions this year, especially the crucial ones, red zone for sure. Let him make the plays. Put him in a position to make the plays. And Eberflus and Waldron didn't know how to do that. Maybe we didn't have the tools or they don't have the offensive mind, but Ben is going to do that this year. That's going to be totally different for us.
They definitely they didn't coach. They didn't. No. Okay, how about they coach, but they didn't teach. I don't think they taught. And you could be everybody. It's a lot of coaches out there, but it's not too many coaches that can teach at the same time. And that goes with a lot of the young players on this roster that we had. You know what I mean? A lot of people high on Javon Dexter now because of he's not going to be playing that 3 tech. He's going to be playing a 1 tech and better. It might fit him better. You know what I mean? He's not going to be trying to penetrate and get to the quarterback, and he's going to be sitting, clogging up paints, clogging up gaps and stuff in the run. Hey, this man is crazy. Have y'all been reading his comments that I've been putting up?
I've been reading them, but it's like, okay.
It made me laugh, man. It made me laugh.
It to me, it's like, okay.
I know, right? It's
like, okay.
Yeah.
He broke the sack record, but he broke the passing yards record too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm glad everything he's saying, you could combat it. We can go back and forth with him all day, but clearly he don't know what he's talking about. He don't watch the game in the right way, clearly. Because I don't give a fuck about these numbers. I know what I seen. I know what happened.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right.
They got some sales fired. How you going? How you going
They
empty
should have been
backfield?
fired.
How you going empty backfield for the 57th straight time with a rookie quarterback with a line is
And,
awful, and you ain't put nobody out there? You supposed to have 2 running backs back there.
How are you going empty backfield, like you said, with a rookie quarterback and he's been getting killed all game with a Karan Amagaji who didn't see training camp, didn't see preseason, he didn't see any action, and you're going empty? Oh man.
I mean, even if you don't want to go empty, you can put Cole Kmet back there. He'll do anything. I would have lined Cole Kmet up at running back. Just to come up a block.
You would think that somebody would be there. All the sacks he was taking, something.
What Bear Truth saying, he said, just because you're a coach doesn't mean you know the game enough to communicate it to a diverse group of individuals and have answers when questioned. And he's probably referring to Shane Waldron. Exactly, OG Ronnie B. That's real talk, because Shane Waldron was probably scared. He's probably timid. He's probably nervous to actually, I guarantee. What Caleb say on the stage at, was it Fanatics Fest? Whatever he said, Ben Johnson, he has some choice words for me every day. And, I ain't going to say them, but, I love Ben Johnson. I love what's going on. Hell yeah. Call Caleb. Tell him about himself.
Yeah.
You fucking hold the ball too long. Whatever you doing, whatever you want to call him, make sure you call him that every day so he knows you hold the ball too long. I haven't ever. Wes, I ain't ever defend him for holding the ball, right? I've acknowledged he holds the ball too long sometimes.
Yeah,
he does. Throw the goddamn ball. And Ben Johnson handled that. So real Bears fan. I love it though. Appreciate it. Hey, give us a like, real Bears fan. Bear True, go ahead, hit the like button too, man. I know you already subscribed, but look, if you tuning in right now to the Black Bear Podcast, hit that like button and the subscribe button. I'm your host, Mark Rob. We go live. I'm your host, Mark Rob, with my co-host, Chef Wes, and OG Ronnie B in the building with me. We go live every week. Now we are doing 2 shows a week, Wednesday nights and Sunday nights as well. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We be active on Twitter talking crazy. Hey, real Bears fan. That's why we ain't mad at you in the chat for getting, talk your mess, talk your stuff, because I talk my shit too. And OG Ronnie B gonna talk his shit too, especially when the season come. And my guy Chef Wes definitely gonna talk his shit when it's time to talk his shit. So go ahead, man. It's all our team. Is if when you wrong, just best believe we gonna call you out and tell you when your ass is wrong.
Yeah. So definitely. We keep receipts. We know how to take it. We know how to take it. It's fine. My whole thing is I'm just like, I don't care. Like, it's just like coworkers. I don't care what you do at home. Just come to work. Come work and do your job. That's it, man. Like, I don't care what you do.
Meaning, show up when we go live, real Bears fan. Show up just like Bear Truth show up. Be here. We don't care what you do when you get here. We ain't gonna police you. We ain't gonna do. But show up. Be there. Be in the chat with us and chop it up with us. Keep going, Wes. My bad.
No, I was just saying, it's like, I mean, you can look at it however you want to, but it was no plan for Caleb. He was out there playing pickup. He was out there playing pickup football. He was out there playing pickup football.
Yeah.
And this is my whole thing to everybody that was saying, like, oh, I was right about Caleb. Yeah, I was right about him up until what? Y'all was right about him after the failed marriage.
Right.
Because up until that time, we was 4-2 coming out of London, and Caleb had that big game, and off of that bye, I remember I was watching it. I was on Twitter. I was retweeting it. He's arrived. He's arrived. I told you, Mark Rob, I told you the London game was gonna be the game. Like, I was up there screaming and hollering it too. But I also said that, man,
4 touchdown game.
I'm like, I don't see Shane Waldron doing it though. And I said, Mark, and I told you I was wrong. I said maybe Shane had it. Maybe.
So
I thought he could do it.
You see that comment down there, Wes? Real Bears fan said Hall should have taken New England trade, then take Alt at 3, Odunze at 9, Jackson Powers Johnson with New England second rounder, and also had New England fourth overall pick. So he would have had great O-line and 2 top 10 picks this year.
Damn.
That is assuming we trade back and we keep Justin. Wes, you a Justin guy, and OG Ronnie B, you get in on this too. What do y'all think about that? And with hindsight, because hindsight is always 2020. So after seeing what we've seen, seeing this, like what
That, and my whole thing is, I'm trying to see and took him Jackson Power.
No.
No, because my whole thing is this. This is my whole thing. Let's say we did all of that, and let's say we still ended up where we is right now. Everybody was talking about us missing out on probably one of the best quarterback drafts in recent history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's shaping up to be that way,
right? Now, if you would have threw in like, you know, I hate to throw it out there, you know, if you would have put in taking Joe Alt and then taking like Michael Penix over a Doomsday and then going somewhere else and getting deep, then that kind of could make a little more sense. Everybody know I'm a bigger Doomsday fan. I even said that's who was picking, so I'm not trying to knock it, but half of the people would have been dogging us about keeping Justin. Like I said, who was to say that Justin would go? My whole thing is, you think Shane Waldron would have did better with Justin Fields?
No.
I'll do you one better. Do you think Poles would have drafted correctly with all them damn picks? Look.
And that's another thing.
That's just what I think. That's just my opinion. But go ahead, keep going.
Like I said, I can see him taking out in the dunes, maybe in the Doomsday. But after that, and then you don't think he was going to take some of that New England second round pick and trade it away and do it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
In hindsight, we all could say shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But I don't see, so my whole thing is real Bear fan. So you thought Justin Fields was the guy. Justin Fields was right. Just like we said earlier in the Ryan Poles kind of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You think Justin Fields is ready to get paid? What quarterbacks is getting paid? Because it was going to come up sooner.
Look, I like Justin. I do. I do.
Too.
But it comes down to this one right here. Bear Truth said, personally, I don't pass on a prospect like Caleb Williams. I don't either.
No.
And if it was Jaden Daniels, there was no Caleb. Take Caleb out the draft, and there was a Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, who else? Drake May, and whoever else was in that draft. I'm gonna stick with Justin Fields. That's me. That's just me. I like Justin. I was okay with what he was doing, and I feel like if we built more, like he said, get the Hall or whatever, I would have been okay with that. But guess what? Caleb was there, and unfortunate for Justin, that's just what happened. That's what happened. So,
he had one Justin's rookie season, a 3-win season. Was that his rookie season?
Was that the 3-14?
I think he won. No, his rookie season was with Khalil Mack still on it. He had Allen Robinson still here. That was still with Nagy, Justin's rookie season. But he started late. Remember that infamous Cleveland game?
Yeah.
And 9 sacks against Cleveland. So I don't remember how many he won that game that year though. Hell no on Fields. I wanted to keep Fields more than one more year. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. I think Fields was coming around, and I think he was going to develop for us because he was in our system. But once we had Caleb available and that all developed, yeah, I'm not with that trade Bears Truth's talking about, or I'm not with that at all.
And who's coaching?
yeah, no.
My other thing is who's coaching these players because Eberflus one of them keep it.
Yeah, I mean, he might have turned into something. I mean, we still don't know. The jury's out on him, but I liked him, and I think he was improving. But once a talent like Caleb comes along, and being a Bears fan, I don't want to pass on that. How many quarterbacks have we had? We have to take. You got to swing. If you miss, you miss, but you got to swing.
No, that's a good point. That's definitely a good point. Both of y'all making, like you said, Wes. Who's coaching Justin?
Yeah,
because you got to be very specific and particular about who you get to coach that kid. Just like you had to get Flus couldn't coach either one of them.
No.
So, or Shane Waldron or Luke Getsy. So, all right, let's move on. Let's talk about Montez Sweat. Expectations for Montez Sweat. Oh man, I'll go again. I don't have major expectations for Montez Sweat. I do, however, have a standard that I want to see from him. I have a standard. So if I'm gonna talk about numbers, I got 9 sacks. That's my expectation. Give me 9. He had 5.5 this year. He had 12.5 the year before, but that's combined with 2 teams. So if I'm gonna just stick with the Bears, he had 6.5 in half a season. Then he had 5.5 in the full season. Give me 9. Give me 9 sacks. You don't even need to get 10. But also, like I said, it's not about the expectations. It's when it comes to numbers, but I need to see a standard of play from you. I need him to look dominant. I need him to move dudes, even if you ain't getting to that quarterback. I need to see when I look and go back and break down the film and I start making my reels and chopping things up like I do during the season. When I'm watching you on film, I need to see it. You don't got to necessarily get home. I need you to get home at least 9 times. But, you got Trey Hendrickson with 17. I don't need to see all that. 9, give me 9, and I need to see dominant play, some tackles for loss. Every time that ball run that come to your side, set that edge. I need to see it. You know what I mean? If a tight end is blocking you and they think they're about to run off the tight end's hip, that tight end better be pushed into the running back's running lane. Every time. I need to see stuff like that. Like I said, even if he ain't getting home, and I need to see pressures. Like I said, when I say even if you're not getting home, I need to see that 9-8 flash. Like, oh, he almost got there. I'll be okay with the almost. Oh, he made a move off his spot. He moved such and such off his spot. Now he scrambled. He pushed him out the pocket. He may still completed it, but guess who pushed him out the pocket? Stuff like that. Because I don't know if Montez Sweat is gonna be the guy to just rack up 15. He never had double-digit sacks in his entire career. I'm just let y'all know that now. We traded second-round pick for a guy and gave him $98 million or whatever, and he never had double-digit sacks. His only double-digit sack was when we traded for him, and he had 6 with them and 6 with us. But other than that, there has not ever been a double-digit sack season for Montez Sweat. So I'm not even gonna ask for too much. So yeah, that's what I got. 9 sacks. Give me some tackles for loss and dominant play. I need to see a standard from him.
I'm gonna go next, Ronnie. I'm gonna just go. Right. I need a triple double. I need 10 sacks. I need 10 hit on quarterbacks. I need 10 tackles for loss. And just like we said, I need pressure. I need to see you in the backfield. I need you to live in the backfield. I mean, I ain't talking about coming off sides. I need to see you living back there. Especially with, like I said, with a Grady Jarrett and the Billings, and you got that young Shamar who probably be coming up the middle and the Dio and all that kind of stuff. I need your side of the field. I need you to be, like you said, herding cattle. I need you to be herding them over that way towards the other side of the field. I need them to not even want to run to the right side of the field every single time.
Exactly.
That's what I need. And like I said, I need 10 sacks. I need you to get it. Because like I said, And it comes down to, like you just said, that $90 million contract. I don't need Dio coming in on his half of what you get paid and getting 8 or 9, and you at 8 or 9 too. Whatever he get, I need you to be doubling it. And I expect him to have 5 or 6 sacks and do his thing and cause some confusion also. But I think he's going to be rotated more than Montez, given health and availability. But like I said, triple double. I need 10 sacks. I need 10 sacks. Because and this is my whole thing about this whole thing. This is the high for me. This is the high expectation podcast for Chef Wes. I'm putting the entire Chicago Bears organization on blast. This is what I expect. I know y'all can do it. This is what I need y'all to do. This is what I need you to do. You can get 10 sacks, Montez. You can get it. You can get it. You can get it.
Yeah, you can.
You can get 10 hits on quarterback. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can. I know you can. You're gonna be out there enough. You get paid enough. You got the bag. You should be able to. Like I said, and like a lot of people say, well, he's a run stopper, so I need to see you in the backfield. I need that pressure. I need to see you hurting him. I need to see that. I need to see that running back jump cut the other way every single time. I need swim move. I need you microphone. Swim move. I'm back here high.
Nope. You need that Reggie White club on motherfuckers, you know?
That's what I need. That's
10 sacks?
That's it. I need 10 because I want everybody else, because I think after he starts to rack them up and feeling good, like I said, as long as he's healthy enough, with that pressure coming out the middle, I think they're gonna start going the other way. They're gonna start. You're gonna have to test Dio. You're gonna have to test whoever gonna be on there, whether it's Dexter, whether it's Dom Robb, whether it's Austin Booker. Go towards Austin Booker. I just run towards 94. Go towards that way, because 98 ain't letting you do nothing.
10 sacks. Okay, I had 9. We seem like we on the same page when it comes in.
When you said 9, that's why I was like, come on.
It's been like that all off season though. We've been right there.
Yeah, I want him to get 12. I want him to get like 12 or 13. That's what I want him to do. I want him to get 12 or 13. That's what I want.
What you got, Ronnie?
So
Montez Sweat. What you got?
Montez Sweat. What did you say his contract was? $98 million or something?
Around there.
Okay, he checking the bag for 5.5 sacks.
Absolutely.
Checking the bag over 5.5. Okay. So he did have a down year compared to what he was supposed to have. So automatically, I would say just off of effort and coaching, he should be able to get 2 off effort and another 2 off the coaching. So he goes from 5.5 to 9.5, 10 in that range. Of course, I'm right there too. But it's not even about the sacks, really. It's more about penetration. Blow up that play. Get in the backfield. Make that quarterback uncomfortable. Make him move. Get him off his spot. So he's going through his reads now. Now he's not set on one guy. He's got to mix it up, and it might confuse him depending on who the quarterback is. It's all about the pressure. And Dennis Allen, the defenses that he runs, he's a big believer in the interior of the defensive line creating for the outside rushers. And that's true. If they penetrate, then they got to come help. The edge rushers are going to be free. But, yeah, it's just the penetration. Get in there and make some noise. Blow up the play. Make them uncomfortable. You don't have to get the sack. You can get 8 and be just as effective. But, yeah, he's got to produce something. I mean, that kind of money, come on, dude.
Make that quarterback, like when he is at the line of scrimmage and he's surveying the defense, trying to see what the defense, what coverage the Bears are in. I need him to be thinking about 9-8 or on the right side of him, on his right side. I need him to be worried about you.
Yeah,
that's what I need. That's what just like, because you see TJ over there, you see Trey Hendricks or Myles Garrett. Now, not to the magnitudes, but you get that's the vibe I need.
Right, audible and call out like, "Hey, I need help over here. Look at dude, they're coming.
Extra protection over there.
I need extra help over here. Yeah, call that out in an audible. Make it known that that's a threat.
Absolutely. DA defenses edges normally don't get high sack numbers. Am I wrong? I'd have to look. But you just said it, Ronnie. His pressure comes up the middle, and that's usually how it goes in these 4-3 defenses. That's why we need it. We've been trying to find a 3 tech for forever. Yeah, that's why I don't know why Jalen Carter was sitting right there. We didn't go get him, but okay.
That's because he a degenerate, according to the real Bear fans. What they do outside, he's a degenerate and a criminal. We don't want to bring that. And we don't want crybabies either. We don't want crybabies either.
No, we want law-abiding citizens.
We don't want.
They'd hate
Cleveland.
They would hate Malik Neighbors in this town. Remember Malik Neighbors? He had the pistol on him outside at the parade, and they would hate Malik Neighbors in this goddamn town. Only some people. Man, don't get.
We're good.
Ryan Poser hate him too. By the way, Ryan Poser. Hey, oh my gosh, pistol. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm gonna have a lot of Ryan Poser jabs. By the way. All right, that's Sweat. You had 9. 8. You what you have, Ronnie? No, you had 10.
Well, he had 5.5, and I had him around adding 4, so in the 9.5, 10 range.
9.5. We 9.5, 9.
It's like spades. Ain't no 9s and spades. Go to yard. Go to yard.
We're playing pinochle. We don't play spades.
You say you play what?
Pinochle.
What's that?
You have to follow suit in pinochle. Ain't no sloughing like in spades.
Okay. Yeah.
Follow suit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt. That's it. And then, like I said, I get it. And so, I got to defend because he's a Bear. I got to defend the Bear. And to get Montez credit, he did miss a lot of games. He was injured. He had some time that he didn't. But I just want to throw it out there.
It's valid. He was banged up all year. I heard that all season.
I feel like
what minimum we have. So him being out there, like I said, it was like I said. That's why you saw a lot of Austin Booker.
That's one of the things, Ronnie. That's one of the things I fear about this season. I'm sorry, Mark. That's one of the things I fear though is the injuries. That's one of the things that can get in our way and slow us down. If we go injury free, which is rare, but I mean we can really make strides in the regular season and hopefully healthy for the postseason. But I think that's something that could slow us down. If we're healthy, man, I really feel good about our chances of getting to the postseason.
You saw how that interior looked when Billings went down. What you say, Wes?
I said put the honey badger out there.
Matthew?
Nah, Shamar Turner.
Oh, I was about to say you talking about Tyrann Matthew.
Yeah, I was talking about the guy from LSU.
No, I'm talking because that's who Shamar Turner remind me of. Remind me of a little honey, a wild little honey, little honey, about like a little Tasmanian devil. Put him out there.
Yeah. Hey, I've been hearing good things about him. They like him. They say he got energy and athletic, and that's the people on the line practicing with him right now. So that's a good sign.
I was watching Meet the Rookies.
Was he on Meet the Rookies? Well, Shamar on Meet the Rookies. That's my shit. Hey, I watched the first one I watched was with Justin Fields, Micah Parsons, Kyle Pitts. Who's the cornerback in Carolina? He's a young dude. He tore his ACL his rookie year. Oh, what was his name? His dad played in the league. Oh, but he was on there too. J.C. Horn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, J.C. Horn. It was J.C. Horn, Micah Parsons, Kyle Pitts, and Justin Fields. That shit was lit. I mean, look at the 4 names I just named. So,
yeah.
Shamar, you sure he don't Meet the Rookie?
I saw it on my feed.
Oh no. Okay, I see. I'm thinking of something else. You talking about the Chicago Bears Meet the Rookies?
Yeah.
I gotta watch that one. I was thinking of Welcome to the NFL Rookie.
Not Welcome to the NFL.
Yeah. I gotta watch the Shamar. Okay, that's my guy.
I seen some high school. I seen him in high school. I seen him grad. I mean, I know it's high school, but It reminded me. I meant to send you the clip. I'll send it to you, but it reminded me of you. You were talking about you need a dog or something. He just like choke slam some kid in high school or something. He say he just grabbed his one dude. So he wouldn't even know what in the ball. He just grabbed him and choke slammed him down in high school.
That's how it is. That's how it is. I can't tell you how many dudes I didn't just destroy for no reason. Didn't get flagged. Didn't get flagged. Just mad. Just pissed off. We losing. So I gotta get some. I gotta get some of this energy out. Something. I ain't making no tackles, but okay. Let's move on to the next guy. This is so we went offense, defense. We gonna go offense again.
I knew it.
He said, "I knew it.
I knew it."
This is just interesting to me, just based off how Cole Kmet played and the magnitude of this pick. This was our first pick, fellas. We know that. Loveland, Colston Loveland. This was tough for me. This was one of the tougher expectations to put out there, just because of I need to see I hope he's ready for our training camp. I need to see it though. I need to see him out there. I don't need to see what he does, but I need to see him out there. We know how this goes. They sold the Quran Amagaji. They drug us along. He never fucking play. But I need to see it. He says he's 100%. My expectations for him, and then I had some numbers from Cole. Cole was what, 49 catches, I believe.
55.
55.
55.
No, it was for Cole. You had the numbers. I know you had the numbers, Wes.
That's why I think I go ahead.
Because Rome was 55 or 59, something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. You find them and then jump in there when you find them. I got Loveland at 45 catches, and I based these off what Cole did last year. And then obviously everything else, like, okay, Rome, DJ, you got all of this. So I went 45 catches, and y'all ain't got to do catches if y'all don't want to. I just did catches just because it's a receipt, pass.
47.
Huh?
47 catches last year.
40 for Cole or who?
Yeah, for Cole. It was 55 targets. It was 55 targets on 45 catches. 47 catches.
Yeah.
So I went 45 catches, and I went 500 even. 500 even. Obviously, he probably not. He gonna be 5 something. But I went 500 even because Cole had 470 something.
Yeah. 474.
470. Okay. 45 catches, 500, and 4 touchdowns as his for his first season. I went that because that's a modest. That's my expectation for him based on the other pass catchers that he got to compete with. Meaning that's DJ, Rome, and you got Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet's going to play. Y'all know how I feel about Cole Kmet, especially with Loveland over there, but he's going to play. You know what I mean? I'm not dumb. I know football. He's going to fucking play. He gonna get on the field often, unless Colston just do some Brock Bowers type shit. Then you know what I mean. But 45 catches, 500 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I don't look at him as this red zone threat, big body. Colston's skinny. He's a slim dude for a tight end. Cole is bigger, but that's what I got him for his rookie season. Now, obviously, that's on the lower end. I don't know if y'all got some higher numbers. I'm about to listen in a second, but that's just that's what I would be okay with based on Caleb throwing it to other dudes and maybe possibly him not really liking throwing to the tight end that much. That's just what I'm looking at. So we getting some numbers in here, man. We getting some. It's like these late night pods. People be jumping in. Look, hit that like button for us, man. Subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. Are you was in here the whole time?
Uh-oh.
The whole time.
What up, TP?
What's happening, man? Appreciate you being in there with us, man. All right, go ahead. Talk to me. Any one of y'all jump in and take it away.
You want to go, Wes? You want me to go?
Look, it's on the lower end.
I can go.
I know my numbers are a little low. I'm interested to see how y'all got the top 10 pick going.
45,
Performing.
5, and 5.
Say it one more time.
45 catches, 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. Because remember, I got 4,000 yards to spread around.
True that.
We had the exact same numbers. Now you had 5, I had 4 touchdowns, but I had 45. This is sick. 500. Wow. Okay.
And I based it off of, just like you did, off Kokomet. And on top of it, like you said, it's more ball to go around. But think about it. That's what Kokomet did with 5 games without getting a catch. I mean, without getting a target.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
And we put this in, like I said, put this in the Ben Johnson offense. This is what is extra. This is what I'm talking about. And if you won't, I'm similar. I'm mirroring and kind of shadowing him and Kokomet around the same ish numbers.
Yeah,
around the same ish numbers. And this is why I come with that when I said Caleb's going to get those more positive yards, because like I said, Kokomet went 5 games with no target, and he had a 80. The numbers that's on ESPN is not what I had before. I wrote them down because I knew he had at least 50 catches somewhere. Maybe it was a different stat from somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure I'll look it up. But I'm pretty sure he had like 50 catches because I remember he only missed 5 or something like that, and they got him missing 8 now. Maybe they look back at it and redid it and they updated it. Could be, but anyway, like I said, still high success rate of catch when he's targeted at the 11. And I think Loveland going to be kind of the same way, simply because, like I said about Caleb, it's going to be that kind of thing where he's going to draw. He did not go get that dude to not draw plays up for him. And I don't mean 5 yards.
They better not.
And I don't mean 5. I don't mean this is the difference between him and Kokomet. Kokomet is going to be that 5 to 10 yard catch kind of. Let's just get to the first down, drop a play kind of. Loveland is going to be that. Yeah, Loveland's going to be that 7 to 15 yard, probably even wheel route up the field kind of 50. Well, not 50, but 20-yard catch kind of guy too. So, like I said, I got 4,000 yards for Caleb to throw around him, and I think that's what it's going to be, because if DJ got 1,000 and Ron got 1,000 and they got 1,000, you know what I mean? Like they get 500 here, 500 there, and that's just sort of. I didn't even throw Luther Burton's 600 or 700 yards in there, plus Swift in the running back room getting about 400 of those yards.
You say you got to get the 4,000 somehow, huh? You got to.
I got that. Because I'm thinking about it like. Yeah, 4,000. Because Luther Burton got about 600 yards in him. He got about 600 yards in him. Because he gets the yard. Because Caleb gets credit for the yards out the catch. So if Luther Burton catches that 15 yards and run for 60, that's what it is.
We got a few more players. We got a few more players to do. We got.
That's what I got. But you can go ahead, Ronnie. I know that's hard to follow, but you go ahead.
Okay.
It was the same thing. So let's see if he gonna do the same thing.
You see this dude before you look at him. I don't know what you got against my guy. What you got against my guy? You got your golden goose over there. Leave my guy alone. You ain't got to step on my dude head to prop up your guy. Like that.
Right. John Neighbors gonna be good. He all right. I'll start calling him John Neighbors.
Hey, that's Ja, ain't he? Hey, TP, that's Ja, man. Tell him keep the pole at home, man. Keep the pole at home. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Okay,
we take
talk
over
about Colston Loveland and expectations for him. First of all, I would have to say, keep in mind he's a tight end, a rookie coming in late. So I got those things on my mind. Because he is just a tight end, he's not a receiver. I mean, not a real receiver. So he's gonna get some targets. Ben Johnson's gonna drop plays for big hitters, like you said, Wes. He's not gonna be the 5 to 10 yard guy. That's gonna be what Cole does. He's gonna get the tough yards. Loveland's gonna be. They're gonna try to hit home runs with him. They're going to try to run all types of different plays to get him open and to get him the ball. But I think it's going to come down to what Caleb sees from him in practice and training camp and even in the preseason. Does he trust him to give him the ball? And that comes down to it a lot with NFL quarterbacks and new receivers of any kind. Do I trust you to throw you the ball? Are you going to go get it? Are you going to fight for me? And I think Loveland's that kind of guy that he will, but it's up to Caleb, not me. So Caleb has to decide whether he trusts him or not to give him the ball. And I think Loveland's going to make some plays. And it's going to be similar to what you guys said with the numbers. It's going to be 40-something catches, 550, maybe 600 yards, 4 to 5 touchdowns. Yeah, he's gonna be in there. Ben's gonna use him. They took him with the top 10 picks. So, I mean, they have to get him the ball somehow and show why they did what they did. But
yeah,
I just he's gonna get 40-something catches. He is gonna be an impact at some point. I think Cole starts the season tougher as the tight end one for sure. But later on, Loveland. Hopefully, we get in the playoffs and see something special from that guy. But yeah, he'll contribute 40-something catches, 550, 600 yards, whatever, 4 or 5 touchdowns.
I'm glad you mentioned Caleb and you talked about the trust.
Yeah,
because that is a huge. If I throw it to you, if I'm in a bind, if I'm scrambling to the right or the left, which Caleb does, people say, Caleb ain't no pocket passer. Y'all gonna see him throw. That's neither here nor there. Look, which he does run to the right, which he does run to the left. When I'm scrambling, doing a scramble drill, can I trust you to throw this ball up? He's guarding you. You're bigger than him. Can I trust you? Like, right. You know what I mean? Can I trust you to make me look good? Because that's all it is.
Right. If I put it up, go get it.
Absolutely. And that's a huge. What's up, Wes?
I said he trusts Rome.
So he trusted Rome. He did trust Rome. He definitely trusted Rome.
Yeah.
He went to Rome in some big moments. Rome did let him down. Rome let him down sometimes. One of them was one of his six interceptions. He let dudes snatch it right out of his house. So upset. But no, he trusted Rome. He definitely trusted Rome because we saw what happened in Green Bay. Back shoulder. Back shoulder. They needed 5. They went and got what? What did they go get? 18. He trusted Rome for sure. I don't think he trusted Cole. And when we talk about the tight ends, I don't think he trusted Cole, and it showed up in his target share. Now, like I said, Shane could have stepped in like, dude, I'm finna draw this play up for you. I'm a genius. This is what I do. Now, you better throw the ball to, what is Cole, 85? Or 85? Yeah, you better throw the ball to 85. But I think that's very important, though, OG Ronnie. Who does Caleb trust? Yeah. Who does he trust? Because he does trust Rome. Absolutely does trust Rome. I think he trusts DJ to a certain extent. But even more than both of them, he trusted Keenan Allen the most. And Keenan's gone. He's gone now. He trusted Keenan. So I think Keenan got the most targets. He did have the most targets, right? Yeah. But DJ just, he had the most yards. But Keenan's gone. So who's gonna take that spot? So yeah, trust plays a huge role in this.
Definitely.
Any last things on Coastal? Want to get off y'all chest about the number 10 overall pick that's hurt, ain't took a snap, ain't ran a rep, Do
your thing, young man, when you get your chance. That's the last thought.
Yeah. Luckily, he ain't one of them second-round picks that's holding out right now.
Right.
I think he's gonna be all right. I think he's gonna be all right. I watch games. I don't think we're gonna have no 3 people in the same area within 10 yards of each other and expecting you to throw the ball when it was.
Well, that's one thing that people are saying about the new coaching staff is the details. The attention to details is so specific and so much different than what they're used to. They're going to be more ready. They're going to be more coached, more ready, more prepared for the games than they have ever been. And it's different for them right now. And I think it's hard right now for them, some of the guys trying to get in line with it, but they understand it. And I think by the time the season comes, they'll all be on the same page.
I hope so. They absolutely need to be.
And I
And
think
training
he did
camp
trust.
kicks off this. Can you go ahead?
No, I was just gonna say I think he did trust Cole Kmet, but I think it was more of they had Cole doing way too much shit last year to where he got lost in the sauce. He got lost in his. I think it was sometimes that Caleb forgot Cole Kmet was even on the fucking field. Because if you look at a lot of it, Cole was by himself, and Caleb forgot that he was out there because he was just doing so many other things on the field.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be a blue jersey in a green field with nobody around you for 6 or 7 yards and trust or no trust. You could flop the ball over.
Maybe he got open too late. Maybe he too late. You got to be on time. On time.
Yeah. That's fine.
Punctual.
I'll take that. I'll take
Punctual. All right. Yes, TP the greats do trust everyone, I guess. Did Brady trust everybody?
Nah.
He went to them slots a lot.
Nah.
He also came in to say who's the most underwhelming target Caleb has in that starting group right now. I'll let y'all take that one. Underwhelming target. So let's just go through the DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Cole Kmet, and Colston Loveland and Luther Burden. Let's just go with those 5. Those are the starters. DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Luther Burden, Colston, and Cole. In my opinion, it's between 2 people.
I mean, I'll just shoot it out there real quick, and I know people are like, what? I'm gonna say Cole. I'm gonna say Cole because we talk about those targets. We talk about targets. I mean, I want to put Luther Burden down there, to be honest, or maybe even Loveland because they rookies and they ain't done it yet, really. But those guys, I mean, what they did, how they catch the ball, those dudes catch balls. I think that's their main purpose on the field, to be honest with you, is to catch the ball, especially Luther Burden and especially Loveland. Like Ronnie was saying earlier, like he a tight end and all this other nonsense. But for me, it's tell that to Brock Bowers.
All this other nonsense.
Tell it to Tony Gonzalez. Tell that to to Gates. Tell it to some of the type that
Antonio Gates.
Tell it to some of the great catching tight ends out there.
But also Wes Colston ain't been practicing. Luther practiced one time, and you know what I'm saying. So Caleb been throwing. He threw to Cole the whole season. You know what I mean. He threw to these other guys all the new guys. When I say other guys, the new guys all off-season program, OTAs. He hasn't been able to get a connection with them 2 dudes. Now, hopefully, when training camp starts, they can start to develop that. But I mean, August right around the corner, and we're gonna have our first preseason game. So they got
like I said, all I'm saying is just thinking about as targets, it's like like I said, you talk about a top 10 tight end versus a second round tight end, throw that out there. Like, and who is, like I said, he became top 10 because of the way he catches the ball and the way he runs routes. So I'm not going to put him under. Now, how he performs is different. You know what I mean? And that's why I said I wanted to put one of them down there, and because they haven't, caught the ball a lot, they haven't played in the NFL, they still got to get the speed of the game and all this other kind of stuff and all the intangibles people like to throw out there first. But I'm just saying, just looking at their resume and them catching the ball, I see, Cole down at the bottom of it for now. I mean, week two, they can prove me right.
That's interesting. Look, I'll go Cole I would say Cole or Luther. If from a point one, I'll go Cole or Luther just because I just feel like the Luther got some guys to compete with, and then I think Ben gonna make a point to give Colston the ball, so get him the ball. So I'm gonna go those 2 on that one. All right.
You guys are the most underwhelming target. Is that what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like they didn't utilize DJ Moore and get him the ball. For 110 million, you need to get him the ball. He's a superstar. Make him be a superstar. Not only that, but a name that we didn't say in that list. What about DeAndre Swift coming out of the backfield catching? He didn't do shit. And in this offense with Ben Johnson, he could be huge. I think we might be okay with him at running back, honestly. But I'm just saying that's a guy that they didn't utilize as much. It's our offense is so much better and different this year with the line and the coaching. Who knows? We don't even know what we have really. I'm waiting to see.
I think that running back room going to collectively have about 400 or 500 receiving yards on top of it.
There's going to be people catching it out of the flats and all that. Yeah. Screens. Yeah.
That running back room might have a nice season. I think Swift had like 40 some catches this past season, but okay. Let's move on. We got I think 2 more names to do. And my guy is talking right now. I agree. DJ Moore. What?
Talk to me, TP. Wait.
Oh my
right.
gosh.
Don't be coy. Holla at your boy. Let me know it then.
He's still icing that ego. It'll be all right.
Yeah, he is. We broke his ego. Was it last week? So he icing it. He trying to heal. Yeah. No, let's do Dio then. This is another good one. So we got Dio. We got Dio, Romden, Swift. We got Dio, Romden, Swift. Dio. Expectations for Dio Adengbo in his first season with the Chicago Bears. Getting paid $16 million a season. Whew. Highest sacks was 8. 2 years ago? He coming off a 4 or 5 sack season. I'd have to check myself on that one. Damn. This is the guy who's supposed to be on the other side of Montez Sweat, who we ain't heard from. I
can go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, I've seen him. I thought he was. I mean, like I said, price tag ain't what I was too big on, but the potential that I saw, I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna say give me 6 sacks. That's fine, but I'm gonna need from him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need him to have. I want to say, and this probably sound crazy high. People don't think I'm gonna need like about 15 like legit tackles for loss.
Oh my god!
Because my whole thing with him is another reason why I was okay, and I kind of felt the money is he's gonna be one of those guys that's supposed to be diverse enough to line up inside and outside. So I expect him to stop that running back, behind line of scrimmage a lot. Well, not a lot, but big time. Setting the edge, getting, like I said, get to the quarterback, sure, but I want to see him a lot in that run stop game, coming off that other side of Montez Sweat, shooting those gaps, beat some of those guys off, getting a lot of those running backs down, forcing those teams to throw the ball, let our nice secondary, get some out the air, and stopping that run. I would like to see him more stopping the run than I know a lot of people say that's what Montez does, but I want to see him stopping the run a lot. I want to see, especially because him lining up, being able to line up the middle too as well, getting that pressure in and clogging up that inside a lot and getting his arms wrapped around, some guys. I mean, you can add up a lot. You get some half of tackles for losses or whatever. I don't know how they rate it, but I want to see him in that backfield. I want to see him stopping that run, and that's what I mainly want to see with him.
And because I'll jump in here next because it's not going to be the same as Montez Sweat, at least for me, like my thing with Montez, remember I said 9 sacks. I didn't even go double digit with Montez, but it was the standard of play that I wanted to see. The standard for when I see what I see, and I kept this comment up here because Bear Truth said I don't know enough about Dio. I got to get some good tape on him. I'm gonna put the tape out. Bear Truth. I'll put the tape out. Game number 1. That Dio might be my first guy I put the tape out on. I'm gonna be focused on that O-line too, but I'll put a minute clip, minute 50, minute 30, whatever. It's gonna be out there. I'm gonna watch every single play from Dio Dangbo, game 1. And I'm not looking for what I'm looking for Montez, but like you said, I need you to set that edge when they run your way. That's the least you can do as a defensive end on either side. Set the edge, stand your man up, punch him, and don't get moved off your spot. As soon as you get moved off your spot, you're done. They get run outside. Running backs, DeAndre Swift, he loved going outside. So set the edge. So I'm right there with you. But for if we as far as numbers go, 7 sacks. Give me 7. You said 8 or 6. You said 6. Give me 7. Just because of the 16 million. I ain't gonna lie. That 7 is totally based on the 16 million. Everything else I need to see from him is based on him being a starting end football player. You know what I mean? Edge in this league. Constant pressure, because I seen on his tape, that's what he does. He gets a lot of pressure. He can get pressure on you. I want to see him doing that. Darrell Taylor, like he did Darrell Taylor for us. Was it week 1 through 3 or something like that?
Yeah.
He got home a couple times in the first game, but he wasn't getting home no more. But he was still, you seen that speed, and he was getting around. I need to see that. That's what I need to see from Dio Dangbo. 7 sacks. It's 17 games. That's not even asking for too much. You know what I mean?
Oh.
That's not even half a sack a game, is it? It's almost half a sack a game. But anyway, I need you to be a threat. Be a threat, because if what we hope Montez can do with 98 million or whatever they gave him, I need you to. They're gonna come your way, like you said, Wes. You need Montez to scare teams away from him. Guess who they coming to? Just like Jalen Johnson. You're not gonna throw at Jalen Johnson, Tyreek. Hey, they coming your way. So look, not much on Dio Dangbo. I need 7 sacks minimum. And I need him to set the edge, make him cut it up to Grady Jarrett, Dexter, Andrew Billings. Make him cut that ball up, because you're not getting outside. That's not gonna happen. Simple. I don't need too much out of him. I don't expect too much out of him. I wasn't necessarily excited with his play when I watched his film. He got a bag, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Dennis Allen is the professional, so let's see what he sees in him. Go ahead, OG.
Okay. It's similar to Montez, I guess, as far as you're on the edge. So, I mean, I need the quarterback to be looking at you like, this guy's got to be accounted for. I'm worried about this guy. He needs to be picked up. And the offense has to understand that dude's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And he's only had 8 sacks. That's his highest sack total for his career. I don't expect him to equal that. I think Wes and you both hit it, maybe 6, 7. It's going to be just under that. But it's all about the pressure again. If you get back there, you make our secondary look better. The longer you don't get back there, the longer our secondary chases guys around, and it's impossible. That's why Aaron Rodgers is so successful against us. If he's just able to move around all day long, he's going to find somebody. And most NFL quarterbacks will do that. If you're not getting to them and moving them, if they're comfortable back there eating potato chips and playing the game, then they're going to do what they do. But Dale, 6, 7, maybe 8, if he equals his total. But I feel like they jumped out there a little bit with him too. I'm not sure.
I
watched the tape on him, and they do say that, if he's one-on-one, he can beat the guy if he has a one-on-one, because he's like a bull rush. But how often is he going to get a one-on-one if Montez is over there? So I don't know. It remains to be seen, but I kind of like the pickup, but I'm still, the jury's out. I'm just waiting. I'm hoping Dennis Allen can work his magic is what I'm hoping, because he got some money, so we need some magic.
I'm just saying, somebody got to get one-on-one. If Montez doing what he's supposed to do, and Grady Jarrett's doing what he's doing, that the inside pressure is there, somebody going to get one.
Somebody
yeah. Somebody won.
And that's what it comes down to. Olin Cruz talk about this. Who gonna win? Not Olin Cruz. Alex Brown. Who gonna win your one-on-ones?
Yeah.
Everybody ain't getting doubled. Who gonna?
They got to double you. You got to be dangerous to get doubled. So somebody got to show that first.
I ain't seen somebody get consistently doubled on this D line since Khalil Mack, and that's including Montez Sweat.
Absolutely.
And Khalil was getting triple teamed. He had the double team with the tight end coming out, chipping him too. Still getting pressure. So look, Ryan Poles. I'm gonna go back to Ryan Poles in our first segment. Look, Ryan, you ain't hitting in the draft, and you have a tendency to miss in the draft. So you try to make up for it by making trades and signing free agents. This is what he does. He doesn't hit in the draft, so he makes up for his misses by signing free agents and trading for guys. Okay, if that's your thing, so do it well. If you can't hit in the draft, then do this well. You know what I mean? Dio better be something that we can at least be happy about. You gave him $16 million. I'm not too excited on that because I don't know. Right. I honestly don't think he's gonna live up to $16 million. But if you're going to continue to try to make up for your mistakes by doing this shit, it better be right, and I'll be okay with it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'll put it back to Bare Truth is something else. Look, there you say it. Go ahead and say it. Good.
Hopefully.
We talking about I'm talking about the draft picks, ain't I? You say it.
I'm in. Somebody gotta come in. They go, and that's another thing that I want to bring with the newly like the Grady Jarrett and the Dio and Montez. This would be, if they are good. I ain't even gonna say if they're good on that line, available on that line. This is when Javon Dexter kind of show what he can do when he does get those one-on-ones. This is when Austin Booker, who has that Montez Sweat and that Grady Jarrett's and those guys and that coaching them up, with the Dennis Allen in addition to that, and the I think his name Jeremy Garrett is the defensive line coach, I believe.
Yep.
When you have them and it's like, hey, you finna go in. You going in after this play. You finna go in. Austin, this is your time. It's been one-on-one right here. You ain't played in 2 series. All your energy on this one play. Because you've seen them defensive linemen come out there for that one play. And this
third down.
You know what I'm saying? That third down. That bring everything. I want you to keep push him to Navy Pier. Like send him all the way.
North Shore.
You know what I'm saying? Like all the way into the lake. That's what you're supposed to do. And then you can come and sit back down and get a mask and catch your breath and all that. And that's what I kind of want to say. And that will build these new guys, the Javon Dexter, hopefully Dom Rob, if he shows up.
No chance.
Like I said, I threw him out there because he's
yeah.
Yeah.
You are hilarious.
I'm just saying because I might see him and I don't know, my head might explode. But like I said, to the Javon Dexters and Austin Bookers, like this is your time. This is your time to learn, to do something, to gain some confidence. You know, it's like a shooter. Good shooters, all you got to do is see 1 or 2 go in, whether it's a layup or a hook shot. Once that ball go in, that rim start getting bigger. Once it's like
it felt good.
It felt good, and you start once you make that 35-yard kick and you got the wind right, and oh yeah, now you can kick those. Once you throw that nice, once you start getting that groove throwing the ball, everything starts to click. So
that tight spiral.
I mean, like when it started to click. Once you feel, oh, he can't stop that move. If I club rip him, he can't. If I swim move, he can't. Oh man, I'm gonna set him up and get back to the swim. Now I'm a boom boom. Go ahead.
And no, you're right. That's what I'm saying. Like you talking that. That's what that Jeremy Garrett come in. That's what that Dennis Allen. They not out there. You know what I'm saying? They not out there calling. Jeremy ain't calling plays. He's watching those offensive linemen. All right, hey, Austin, 62 right there. He late off the line. 62 right there. He jumping for that outside. I need you to boom, 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 and then come. That's when that coaching during the game or at halftime or looking at the tablets. Y'all got like 12 tablets on the sideline, and everybody can look at it. So go show them. And I think that's what they're gonna be doing. That's what this coaching staff is gonna be doing. So
that was a good one. I do want to go back to this comment real quick, right here. Dare I say, Javon steps up. Look. I'm gonna be very candid with y'all. Very candid, very blunt, very straightforward. I'm sorry. Gervon Dexter is going to disappoint. Like he don't got it. He don't. I've watched a lot of Gervon film, and when I say film, I mean I'm just looking at Gervon, trying to see what I can put the good in the bad. Because when I put my film out there, I put good and bad plays, not just all bad, not just all good, just to get a mixture and see what's going on. Gervon don't do shit. I'm just saying that. We go see, he said he put on 30 pounds, 20 pounds, 15 to 20 pounds, and he moving position. Like I said earlier, what's what I say? He not going to be playing 3 tech no more. He going to be playing 1 tech. I said that. We'll see. He runs stuff and whatever. But that dude can't play. He can't penetrate no D-line. I'm just saying that right there. He ain't getting to no quarterbacks for real.
It's like he start off hot, and then it's like, okay.
Yeah. He ain't going.
I mean, he don't make it to a new moon. Now, let me just say it that way. He'll get 3-4 good weeks, and then
his sacks all come off circumstance. Every single one. He just like boom, 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 and then the dude that was blocking him forgot about him to go, and now he ran around and ended up getting the quarterback. I'm telling you, bare truth, it ain't. I am confident in him. I'm more confident in Braxton Jones than I am bare truth, but I'm confident not bare truth, but Javon. I'm confident Javon is not going to be a good football player for this team. I'm so confident.
I wish I had the TP button. I was like,
hey, why he pull those out on us? He gonna hold them. He gonna wait
down at that button. I'm like, what is he down?
He had him the whole time. We didn't hear him to the last 30 minutes of the podcast. All right, let's move on to these last guys, man. Bertu says, it's not that I don't see his issues, but I just believe I see something in the kid that he will be better than you describe him. Remember when we drafted him? They were very underwhelming when we drafted him. But let's go to your guy, Wes. Romeo Dunze. What that? I can't see it. Put it to the thing.
It's my Twitter post already.
You tweeted it?
I tweeted it.
11.
You saw it? You saw that?
I saw it.
You saw that?
Kick it. Kick us off.
Shall I repeat? I got 8 reads on this. 1,100 reception yards. Hopefully you still hear TP.
I was just about to say
87 catches, 7 receiving. Now listen to how I'm saying this. 7 receiving yards, 287 rushing yards, 2 rushing TDs, and he's going to throw a touchdown this season. Caleb is going to throw him the ball, and he's going to throw a touchdown. Let's call it lovely. That's what I got.
Go through your numbers one more time.
All right, I'll say 1,100 receiving yards, 87 catches, 7 receiving touchdowns. I got him for 287 rushing yards because I think Ben Johnson is going to utilize him in a way that we ain't seen before. 2 rushing yards. 2 rushing touchdowns.
Touchdowns, yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how many receiving? 7?
Touchdown, 7 receiving touchdowns.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. I thought I heard that. 1,100 and how many catches?
87.
Wow, this is sick. This is sick. Okay.
DJ gonna beat him by like 7 catches.
Yeah, how did you come up with those numbers? Just fill us in a little bit.
Cause okay, so he had 500. I mean, not 500. He had 50. I wanted to look up this. I got it right. So last season he had 54 catches for 734 yards with 3 touchdowns. Now, like you said, I think Keenan Allen had 113 targets or something like that. So you got, I mean, DJ already had his field of catches last season. So if he stays where he's pretty much at, he should be well fed. So I'm figuring it's at least a good 80 to 100 targets still out there, and I think he's gonna get 30 more targets, 35 more targets. I mean, 35 more catches. Because Keenan Allen's not there, and he's at 700. Yeah, 734 yards, and I think he can amount. Like I said, I think he can amount to another 300-400 more.
Wow, that's interesting. Ronnie, you want to jump in there?
Yeah.
Or you want me to go?
Rome's in the house. I feel like I'm watching Marty Mart, but yeah, you know. But I think Wes, you're kind of on it. I think what'd you say, 1,100? I think he eclipses the 1,000 mark for sure. I think he gets a little more touchdowns, maybe 9. Not quite 10, but maybe 9. The rushing yards, I don't know. I mean,
how many rushing yards was it? Because
I got him
saying the same thing.
I got him almost 200, and I think I wrote that post before the draft. So that was before Luther Burden came in.
What do you say, like 200 or something yards or something?
Yeah, that was before. I think that was around
he's going to get some end arounds and some opportunities because of the Ben Johnson offense now with some trickery or whatever. So that's possible. He might get a couple that way. But I'm thinking more along the lines of 70 to 75 catches and just over 1,000. I don't think he's going to get the 100 mark yet for sure. He's not there yet, but yeah, he's definitely going to be a big part of our offense. He's going to get about, just like I said, clips in 1,000, 70 to 75 catches, 9 touchdowns, probably a couple 150 or whatever in the rushing aspect, touchdown or 2, like Wes said. So yeah, I'm excited too about him. I love him. Like I said before, I've watched him in college, and there's no other receiver that I would have wanted over him when he was coming out of college. I would have took him as the number 1 receiver in the draft. So I'm excited about him. I love the guy. Can't wait.
See, that's where I disagree. And Wesley, you know this. I ain't taking him as the number 1 wide receiver. Oh, no, yeah. Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. My boy was sitting up there. There's no way I'm taking him over him. HJ. There's no way. There's no way. But
he ain't his dad yet.
No, he ain't his dad at all. Junior. He's a junior. He's junior.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't his dad yet, but he can learn though. The best.
His pops ain't got the J on it. His pops ain't got the J on it.
You got the pedigree.
Let me say this, dude. Like, I might feel like he can be what Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like they might. I've been thinking this more and more. I usually think of him as an outside guy, but they might try to, because of his smoothness, you know what I mean? He ain't just like speed. They might have him be that Amon-Ra slot guy. They might. They just might. I'm telling you. That's what I've been thinking. But anyway.
Don't move him probably.
90 catches. I got him 90. He getting 90. 90 catches. And that's because of the trust factor we talked about earlier, and then Keenan on. So he's gonna get 40 more catches, 40 plus more catches than he did last year. Not 1,000. I don't got him hitting 1,000. 970 yards. He'll fall short of that. and then he'll walk away with 7 touchdowns. 7 touchdowns. So, Wes, we was close, wasn't we? Again, like we didn't have the yards. We had the.
You had 3 more catches than me, same amount of touchdowns. You just don't think that he pushed 1,000 yards.
I don't think he pushes 1,000 yards because of everything. He can. He 30 away. So. You say what?
You only got Caleb at 3,800, so I can understand.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of this is because Ben is going to try to run the ball. Like Ben don't work. Ben's offense don't work without the run game. It don't work without Jahmyr Gibbs or David Montgomery. It don't. It just really don't. So he gonna figure that out, and he gonna make them dudes run the ball the correct way. And by them dudes, I mean Swift. So it's gonna. I think it's gonna, but I think DJ getting 1,000. I ain't got DJ on the list, but I think DJ's gonna get 1,000. Bear. Oh my bad. Wow. Bear Truth, not 1,000. Oh yeah, you were there for that. I was about to say, damn, we was just talking. But no, Slayton had 993 yards for like 600 receive. Like it was, 93 catches for like 600 receiving yards. It was bad. It was horrible. He gonna almost get to 1,000, but like I said, he gonna get those 5-yard slot. Amon-Ra St. Brown, just do it type catches. That's what I see. That's what I see from Rome. Maybe he gets I'm 30 away from 1,000. Maybe he gets to 1,000. You know what I mean? But I like those numbers there. 7 touchdowns. I think he scores a decent amount of times. But it's too much. I think Colston, Cole. I think Luther gonna get. Yeah, I think the ball gonna be moving again. Because Caleb spreaded the ball around. Even if I feel like Keenan was his favorite. Keenan had 700 plus. Rome had 700 plus, and then DJ came in with 900. You know what I mean? Like they all caught the ball. They all caught the rock. He gonna spread that ball around. That's what I like about Caleb. That's what I got for Rome though. I don't rushing. I don't got none of his rushing. If anything, I think he gonna throw. He might throw. Yeah, he gonna throw one or two, but
I think I seen him do it already. I think he actually do a touchdown. Maybe I think it was Caleb, maybe, or I think it's something like that. It was Caleb catching the ball, or it was one of the quarterbacks was catching the pass.
Caleb definitely had a nice touchdown catch in practice. All right. Let me get him up here. Any last words on Rome? Arguments, pleads, cases?
I'm just speaking facts. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I could definitely take the rushing yards away and down and out a little bit, but to your point of they gonna run that ball, that's gonna like you said, that's gonna make that defense honest and true. And like I said, some of those, because look at what Caleb was scrambling, how those defenses coming in. Like you look at a lot of Rome's big 15-yard, 20-yard catches. A lot of those was Caleb scrambling, and they was scared he was going to take off. So they bid on it, and he got Caleb. He got the jump.
He might catch one from Rome. He might catch one. It might be
I'm saying it might be a nose.
All right. Last one, and we'll wrap this up. Mr. Swift, DeAndre Swift. I feel like these names were good because I feel like they're important to this team. Dio Montez, then you got the 3 wide receivers or whatever, and then the quarterback, however we did it. But DeAndre Swift, I'm gonna go what he had last year just real quick, and I probably should have did this with everybody. He had 959 yards. I'm not gonna talk about his carries because carries for running backs be all over the place. He had 253 carries, by the way. I don't know if that helps y'all or not, but 959 total rushing yards, 6 rushing touchdowns. He had 42 catches for 386 yards receiving. So 959 rushing yards, 6 rushing touchdowns, 386 receiving yards, and he didn't have any receiving touchdowns. So, what I got for Swift, he didn't eclipse 1,000. I got him getting 1,000, 1,050 yards. He just gets there. 8 touchdowns. He has 6. I got him getting 8. 2 more this year. And I'm keeping him like this. He's improving in all categories, but I do think Rojo gonna improve in all categories too. And I think Kyle Monangai gonna eat a bigger piece of the pie than people think. You know what I mean? So he ain't gonna just explode. I think he gonna go over 1,000, 8 touchdowns, and then 400 receiving yards with 3 more touchdowns. Screen pass or wheel routes or whatever he may do. He didn't have any receiving touchdowns. I'm giving him 3 this season. So 400 yards receiving, 3 receiving touchdowns, 1,050 rushing yards, and 8 rushing touchdowns. Improving across the board. I think he gonna improve across the board. I think Rojo gonna play a bigger role though. That's the thing. I think he gonna play a bigger role than he did last year. Rojo got hurt. Concussion, so it limited his touches in production across the board. But I think he's going to play a bigger role this season. So that's what I got for DeAndre Swift. Then Bear Truth coming in here saying Swift needs to get his weight back up around 210, bringing the physicality he had in college in his first couple years in the league. Last year he was 204, lower than his normal 215. See, Bear Truth had the details.
Right.
I didn't care about his weight at all.
I don't think that's what matter. I care about his. It's kind of how I felt about like how Cato just go take the yards. Like he put out his attempts 253. I think he would have way more yards if he would have just hit some of those holes and just took that 3-4 yards. Just get up field. I think he's gonna do that this year. I think Eric Bieniemy gonna make sure that he does that this year. So I'm with you. I'm with you over 1,000 yards. And I'm gonna go a little bit lower on the receiving yards, but I am expecting him to catch a touchdown or 2. I am. So I'll say 275 as far as receiving yards. But he's going to catch a touchdown or 2, like you said, out the backfield, wheel route, something like that. Especially if this offense is a Ben Johnson type of offense, and I know people don't be there, but if they doing 50s and 45s, every third week or something like that, I think this offense could get hit a lot of these numbers that we are talking about. But I expect them to focus more on Swift setting that run game for him as far as majority of the time, and using the Rojo and Monangai mainly for close to the red zone, shorter. We need somebody that we I don't want to say it like this, but I'm just gonna say it, put in harm's way to say the least. You know what I mean? Like
the crash dummy.
Yeah, kind of like the crash dummy. Get in there, especially Monangai. I think him and Rojo gonna balance out, but when it comes to those kind of like sweeps, closer to the end zone, 20, 25 yards, because just the way that Monangai runs, he runs hard, he bounces off tackles, so they'll probably, when they get closer, but he don't have that speed to, kind of take off. But closer to the end zone, run into that power, maybe bounce off, wheel around, get you a touchdown. Good job, welcome to the NFL kind of thing. With Roshan, I think he is going to be more of what we saw early on before his injury, closer to the end zone, catching 5, 10, 15 yards, in the red zone for sure, going, in between those gaps, B gaps and all that kind of, getting in there and pushing in like we should have did. If we would have did in Washington, we probably won. But so yeah, but with Swift, like I said, definitely 1,000 yards. I mean, he got 900 some rushing yards behind that line we had, and like it just makes no sense why it shouldn't improve or be more. And like I said, staff with the guys with the enemy. Hey, come here. Look at this. You see that hole? You see between those two people on your team? You run there next. This way you run. You get in
The
there.
fun. What the? Y'all see that? I'm not putting that up there, but anyway, the fun part about this season is we gonna be able to criticize these big name coaches, the assistant coaches, the EB. You know what I mean? We see this run game not working. Oh, that's Don Burr. Oh, that's a Lions fan. That's a Lion fan for sure. We gonna be able to criticize the Antoine Randall Els, the Al Harris, and they're big names. You know what I mean? So I can't wait. I love to criticize, especially when y'all known for something.
Mm-hmm.
Set that standard. Be that standard for us. You know what I mean? Don't come here. And a lot of people say a lot of Bears people say people come to the Bears and they become the worst version of themselves.
Correct.
And we've seen that a lot. We've seen that a lot with coaches, players, GMs, all that. That people come to the Chicago Bears and become the worst version of themselves. So DeAndre Swift. You say what?
I said not this man. I don't know if Dennis Allen, Eric Bieniemy, Al Harris, and Tom Riddle just all going to turn into pumpkins at midnight.
It's hard to believe that's going to happen with these dudes.
I know. If it does, then I would definitely have to fall into the narrative of what you just said. Because that would be ridiculous.
We'd be cursed.
We'd be cursed. That's not a fluke. That's is what it is. So. I don't know what's going on in the chat.
It's a lot of them, ain't it?
Yeah,
like y'all got a whole crew.
Put that in the chat. Go ahead and hit subscribe there. Subscribe to it.
Yeah, subscribe to the channel then. Hit the subscribe button. Y'all got a whole crew. They probably just go around the Bears because I know Don Burr for sure. He's been in our chat before, and I've seen him on other people's podcasts, Bears podcasts. So, but go ahead, OG Ronnie.
The expectations for Swift for me, I think the numbers have to improve. I think what was he like 3.8 yards per carry or something like that. That has to get better for sure. I think he will break 1,000. You said it yourself, Mark. What was it? 9 something and 3. He's almost 1,400 in total yards that he contributed. So if he just steps that up just a little bit, gets over 1,000, gets 4 to 5 receiving, he's probably not going to see the ball that much. Like you said, Roshan Johnson's going to see it in those tough yard situations. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I'm worried about with DeAndre Swift, and I think he is good and he can get better, is the predictability if we have him in the backfield, if somebody's going to know what we're trying to do. Because how often are we going to use him? In what situations are we going to use him? We know he's not running right up the gut. He's not going to do those types of things. So, but yeah, I think he's definitely going to be able to contribute. I feel solid with our running back room and with our coaching staff. And I think there's just key potentials that haven't been unlocked with numerous players on our roster because of the coaching. So I'm very curious and very excited to see what everybody brings to the table this year. And he'll be another one that contributes more than he did last year for sure.
DeAndre Swift, you said 3.8. Yeah, he had 3.8. And I forgot to put that in my numbers. They gotta go to 4.
Yeah, it gotta get over 4 for sure.
Easily.
I mean, he had 4.6 in Philly.
Yeah.
With 1,050.
Wow. He had 4. Almost 5. I remember one year Khalil Herbert had like 6. In that year, I think David got hurt or something like that, but
yeah.
That's neither here nor there. A lot of Bears. You say what?
I said it's over there. It's over there in the West.
Yeah.
Oh, not Cleveland, West. Yeah, Cincinnati.
Look, I'm hoping Swift can, because we paid him more than we paid him more than what we offered David Montgomery. I think David Montgomery's a better running back.
Yes.
Damn, how many?
I got you.
That's crazy how they got so many accounts. That's crazy, ain't it? It's like 7. It was like 17 of them. But I appreciate them tuning in for sure. Yeah. Swift has to get better. He has to be better. And god damn, this is the with what we've been having in the chat. You gonna put this in there, Bear Crew?
I wasn't even gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna acknowledge it. Only to re-respect
Oh man, yeah, you. Oh man. Look, you see that? That's crazy. They spamming. Hit the like button. Y'all gonna spam this much? Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because we finna get up out of here anyway. So look, fellas, any last words about Ryan Poles, early extension, any of these players, anything, or anything about the Bears? Just talk.
You can go running real quick.
I don't really have a whole lot to say. I pretty much said what I had to say, but I mean, the Ryan Poles thing, I know it threw a lot of people for a loop because it doesn't make sense, really. Because like you said, Mark, he had 2 years left. We could have waited. But I mean, but at the same time, I understand the lining it all up. Kind of like, this is our Hail Mary. This is it. This is the window. If this window don't work by 2027 or 28, it's clean house time again. And here we go. Bears fans once again. But that it is what it is.
If this shit, like, man,
it's over and over. It's Groundhog Day with us.
It gotta be.
I don't know. But I'm gonna keep the conversation going.
It gotta be.
My last words. My last words is that's why I started off with this whole high expectation. Like, your team ain't gotta be perfect. Your team. I mean, but it has to be ran right, coached right. People have to buy in. People got to do their job. People got to get better. Every week, every practice, every Sunday, Thursday, Monday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, because NFL want to play on everything, Father's Day, New Year's, whatever. But yeah, you gotta. Like I said, my expectations is high. I need a lot of people to show up. Like you said, the money that we spent is kind of crazy. And with that even being said, I need a lot of these guys that's up behind some of these veterans that we did bring in with the Toonies and the Grady Jarrett's, the Montez Sweats, like a lot of these guys that's coming in up behind them. I mean, even Hippolyte, go and get on the TJ regiment, man. Get on that. Zai Frazier. Follow what Jalen doing. These guys. Just build this culture, man. Let's have this winning culture, like not just like that comment we had before. Not just this beat Green Bay mindset. Win the NFC. Right. Win the division. Let's get on top. Like let's go out there with some pride. Let the talking point be every week. Yeah, they did good this week, but I don't believe in you. I like the whole Caleb slander and all that. Go ahead, do it. That's why when I seen him with in the black suit, his nails painted, I'm like, yep, go ahead. I know we finna hear about it. Now, like I said, do it. You gonna do it? Come back out this next season, new and improved. That's why I put the 4,000 up there and 30 touchdowns. Go ahead, do it to him.
Which is interesting to me because don't y'all see like some of the best young talent in the NBA? They paint that's what them kids do.
Yeah,
I do know that, right? They paint Jalen Green. I was just watching him with his BM Drea, and she batted in any lady that any of them got that's talking shit. That's what they do. They paint. I swear to God, they paint their nails. They definitely do that. It's
Paint
whatever.
nails, piercings, fashion.
You can put a flower
Yeah.
in your ear, wear the pink pants, paint the nails. I don't care. Win games. Win
Give
games.
me,
Man, look,
give me an emo kicker that can kick 65 yards. I'll take him too.
Right.
I'm gonna put this one up here just because, and my guy TP made me realize this. We ain't doing this. This ain't what we doing it for. We not selling our souls for stuff like this. You know what I mean? He said don't time us out if you want subs and likes. Motherfucker, we don't give a fuck if you in here, if you like what we saying, if she like what we saying. People, this is who we want in the chat. These type of people right here. We don't care if you like, we want it. That would be, that's dope. Salute to you. We appreciate it. It's all love for sure. But we're not gonna not come on here and speak our truth about the team that we love just because you don't like and subscribe. Your like and subscribe don't keep us going. Our passion for podcasting and the Chicago Bears keep us going. So shit like that is just crazy to me. I just wanted to put that in there because he thought he was going to extort us for like, get your goofy ass.
Move around.
Now
Right,
you
you see what
banned.
time it is?
Now you banned. Now
Hey, Rob, we've been doing this since yesterday. Well, you have.
Yeah, exactly though. What Bear Truth say? Y'all should call yourselves
The
something.
all night podcast. The Bears
but
all night podcast.
he came in and it was already late. He don't know we started late. It was the latest show today. Look, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. Y'all see the names. I'm your host, Marcrob, with my co-host, Chef Wes, holding up the 18 jersey. OG Ronnie B stretching his arms, man. He yawning, he tired, but he stuck it out with us, man. This is what we do. We go live every week. We used to go live every Sunday. Now we will be doing Wednesday shows as well, competing with all y'all favorite podcasters. I seen them. They all out there. We ain't scared. We ain't running at all. So we're going to be on air with them as well at the same time. So Wednesdays and Sundays during the off season. And when the season starts, we're going to be rolling with post-game shows and some pre-game shows as we see fit. So hit that like button, man. Share to spread some love, man. Help us grow. And fellas, y'all got any last words?
I'm good.
Bear down, baby.
Hey, bear down. We will see y'all this Sunday following training camp. Training camp opens up for the rookies on Saturday. They probably just gonna report. They probably not gonna do too much, but we gonna have some content for y'all, something to talk about until they get on the field and start doing some stuff. So look, y'all have a good rest of y'all night. I don't know if y'all on the East Coast, Midwest, or the West Coast like my fellas here, but y'all have a good night, and we will see y'all on Sunday. Bear down. Peace.
Bear down, baby.